Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, people. This is your girl, Omoye's Corner, coming direct to you. How are you guys doing today? So this topic we're going to be discussing today is based on popular demand. Okay. I sent out, you guys voted, and majority of you guys voted for relationship conversation. So here I am, right? So anyway, how are you guys doing? How's your weekend? How's everybody doing? I hope your week has started strong. And I'm gonna put on my camera. I just want to fix a few things around here. So I hope your weekend started strong and you guys had for me, I hit the floor running this week. Today is what? Today is what? Today is Tuesday, right? Hey, Mr. Sifai, how are you? Hi, Maru. Hello, hello. I know. Oh, you missed the live show, Maru? Oh, but I'm sure you got caught up on it. Did you go back and watch the replay? What did you think? Let me know what you guys thought about the replay. Maru, since you missed the live show, did you get a chance to watch the replay? Hey, Obiajilu, welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys should ignore the way I'm talking. Oh. If you notice my lips, there'll be some part of it is numb. I came back from the dentist and it's taking a while for the anesthesia to wear out. So I feel like somebody who's been punched. Literally. Be like say they just person give me blue for one side of my mouth. So yeah. Thank you, Obiajulu. Thank you. Now make me the fine now. Now who get person? Now they fine. No. I'm telling you. Now they make me this they fine. Now people they make people fine. Wanna forget the whole parole say oh this person a lie. Now who get person they fine? As soon as they here now they make me they shine. Honestly. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Obiajulu. I appreciate the compliment. Maru, tell me what you think. Were you able to catch the replay? Oh, okay. You were on vacation. Okay. I hope you had a wonderful time during your vacation. Hope you had a nice time. You had good rest, you know. Mm. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Obiajulu. I know, man. I go do deep cleaning. So I was due for deep cleaning. Almost. Man, that numbing, it's not my favorite part of it, but it is all good. So when my mouth they do one kind, Mokuna just laugh. It's okay, it's allowed. Mona laugh me. Hey Neka, welcome, welcome, my sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've asemi kuna vote. Say what you now make we talk about. Most people say na relationship they want to discuss. So here I am. So yeah, okay, we could discuss the relationship now. Let's talk about the relationship. Which one I want discuss? Which one I want talk about? Eh? Which one I want talk about? Which they make relationship work? I say una won't hear about relationship. So relationship is important because it's part of life. We're all relational human beings, right? So it is important. They know they tire for the matter. Person know they tire for because as long as we're in this space, we have to learn to navigate and understand each other so we can get along, right? So now that one I think. Yeah. Yeah. No, Maru, when you have time, you can catch up on the replay. It was quite insightful, it was fun. There was a lot of gems dropped, man, a lot of gems dropped on the life in the last life. I was like, wow, I'm amazed. The wisdom is honestly, I doff my hat to. I they learn. I be learner for where on I do. The wisdom that you people dished out the last life, man. I'm still reeling from it. Some when I they remember, I go say, wow, that was impactful. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I go share link now. Obiajulu, abeg, I need help. Make you call me louder. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. You guys are the best, man. Honestly, you guys are some of the best, some of the best people ever. I really appreciate it. I don't share my life. Oh. Yes, so thank you. I appreciate them. Obiajulu, biko, call in. Yeah. So anyway, you guys wanted to talk about relationship, man and woman relationship. Let's go there. Let's talk about it. I think that Obia Julu.
Hi, we're here.
Hello. Can you guys hear her? Yeah, a bit low, Obia Julu.
I don't know. I'm tired though. Every time.
If they can hear you, it's fine. Let me see. Can you guys hear her clearly? Hey, intentional parenting, welcome.
Can you guys hear me, please?
Can they hear? No, I'm waiting for them to respond. Can you guys hear Obia Julu? Let me know if you can hear her. Let me get a yes. Obiadulu, talk, make they hear you first.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Can you guys hear her?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, mic check, mic check.
I did wait for this. I did wait for somebody to respond. Okay, intentional parenting said yes. Maru said yes. Okay, so talk. Me, I go manage. I go stretch myself to hear you well, well.
Okay, yeah, no, mic check. Hi, everyone. See this topic, This topic very key. You see, all my life of dating, I've always thought there was a particular way you had to be, or a particular way you had to act for you to actually have a relationship that works. But so far, I've seen that some girls would have a one. Some girls would sleep with a guy on the first night that they meet the guy, and they would still marry the guy. Some other people would date for 9 years. They will marry, get divorced. When I was growing up, they used to tell me, "Oh, you have to know how to cook to keep a man." I
Mm-hmm.
sabi cook. Alas, I never marry. Do you understand? So I don't really think
Yeah,
there's I don't really think there's one particular thing that you need to do, or a certain way that you need to be for you to have a relationship that works, or
right.
that even leads to marriage. That's my thoughts. There's no one formula. I stand to be corrected, but that's just what I think. A lot of people call. Let me hear. What do you think?
Yay, Celine in the house. Welcome, Celine. Man, I'm still reeling with some of the wisdom you dropped from our last life. Yes, somebody said here, sorry, Obiajulu, I did come, make a quick. Somebody said here, I loved how we bonded I'm telling you, it was amazing. It was truly
Hmm.
amazing. I really, really, I thoroughly, out of all the lives that I did do, that one by far was one of my favorites
Awesome.
because everybody just bonded. Everybody had like words of comfort for everyone. You know,
Yeah.
the people that it was just amazing. I really truly enjoyed that life.
I think we're becoming closer somehow, because now we're spending a lot of time together thanks to you and your
Yeah,
platform. So people are beginning to open up. So don't give up. Oh. Don't give up on us. Yeah.
yeah. You know what, Obiadulu, you're right. There are no hard and fast rules to relationships. You're absolutely right. I don't think anything is cast in stones.
Mm,
It just depends on the individual. You know, say get waiting you go like Obiajulu.
mm,
When man go meet you now, you go know say okay, this na Obiajulu, this na waiting like, and you go accept you for waiting you be. And based on that, maybe the man they like to cook, maybe na person when they like to clean, maybe na like for instance now my brothers, one of my brothers come with me, now him they cook, now him they clean. Nobody that is just part of his nature. They wait for anything. In fact, when I went shopping over the weekend, I went to the
yeah.
store. I had to buy stuff, in bulk, right? Because my
Yeah.
mom is visiting, my brother's here as well. Guess what? As soon as I came, he didn't need anything. As soon as he just heard me, I was like, "Oh, you're back." He just grabbed my keys, offloaded the car, did everything, put everything in place, drove the car, parked it. No, as in it comes natural to them.
Natural to him.
You
Yeah.
understand? So a woman who has the opportunity to have that kind of person does if he doesn't appreciate that kind of man now, you understand?
Exactly.
There are people I just think that you have to gravitate to your own person, the person that will appreciate you for who you are, for where you are.
Absolutely.
Then when you guys now, decide you want to move it further, you can now start adjusting based on your understanding of each other. This
Mm-hmm.
relationship thing is simple. It is the people in the relationship that makes it hard.
Oh, yeah, let me not
It
lie.
is one person trying to force the other person to abide so that they can control them for control or for whatever messed up idea there is. But if you really let people be who they are, just let them show themselves for who they are and then make
Mm-hmm.
necessary adjustments, you find that it's much easier. The relationship is better, it's easier, it's healthier, right? I'll be
Mm-hmm.
able to, like now, as we have gotten close over the time, I'll be able to say, I'll be a Judy, that thing when you talk not good like that too. It leave
That's
bitter taste for person much. So if you talk, I don't say you not mean
exactly.
am like that, but the person when they hear am, he go leave am feeling a sort of way because they not really know you. That's not how relationships supposed to be. Oh. Not all this one we they see everybody they use punch for each other.
Omo, yeah. See, relationship now has turned to Game of Thrones. This thing I'm telling you is no longer a joke. Everybody's acting. Everybody has like ulterior motives. Everybody has something they're trying to gain. It's now like it's a war now. Everything is so hard. I mean, I'm emotionally lazy, so I don't even understand. I'll be honest. It's so much work now. You need to be a certain way. You need to dress a certain way. You need to like what in the world? You know? I just
You
tired.
know what? I refuse. For me personally, I refuse to see it as if I meet someone and it means I have to put in a lot of work. I see myself putting in that means it's not mine.
Yeah,
I'll be
because
honest, it is not mine because relationships are not supposed to be difficult.
it's
So
not
if you
supposed to
find
be
yourself
difficult.
with someone, right, and you're
Mm-hmm.
feeling that you are now um you're working too hard unnecessarily, it's hard work, you're feeling like it's hard work, then it's not meant to be. Because let me tell you the truth, anything when God won't give person that ease, it always come with peace.
Ah, yes, now.
So that means everything in your life now, that one be the sign. Now you go take know whether
It
your
maketh
creator
rich
dey
and adds
behind
no
you.
sorrow. That's what it is.
Exactly. If your creator, if the source of all things is not behind you in that thing that you're doing, that is already a cue that this thing that you're doing not be so. Like you live in the States, right?
No, I'm in the UK.
Okay, you live in UK. Let's say you go to the store, you go buy, maybe you go IKEA, right? Let me use IKEA as a good example. You go
Mm-hmm.
IKEA, you buy maybe one of their side table or whatever, coffee
Yeah,
table, whatever it is you need. You buy them. If you don't follow the instructions and you start to do things and try to put it together your way, the chances are that you're going to make mistake and you're going to struggle.
true.
Where the leg suppose dey, you no go put them for there. Where top suppose dey, you no go put them, right?
Yeah,
If you dey struggle with any IKEA product, just know you are doing it wrong. It's the same way with God. You see, God uses very, very basic things to teach us that He's present in our lives, but we're always
mm,
we're in a hurry, right?
always too
But
quick.
anything that you're doing and you don't feel that peace about it, is already, if there's too much struggle especially in the beginning, there's too much, you don't want to waste your time. What happens is that as human beings, we tend to want to force things to happen. We won't make it work by all means, right? So we go do whatever. We go to say, make I maybe he had a bad day, maybe she had a bad day, maybe she
Mm,
did not wake up this way, maybe so you keep imposing yourself, and then your emotions get wrapped up in it, and it becomes difficult to break out of it. Any relationship, I don't care what time of the century we're in, that is hard work is not meant to be. I'm sorry. At least this is how I flow with my own life. I don't have
Okay.
drama in my life. Oh. I
You
don't. I don't entertain it, and I don't. Once I'm talking to you, and the conversation is not flowing, I'm feeling like I have to struggle. I'm feeling like it's hard work for me. I shake it off because I truly live the soft life. No joke, no pun intended.
ha
It's a fact.
soft life FC in the building.
I'm telling you, Soft Life LLC Incorporated. Say, forget the LLC. Soft Life Incorporated because it's a waste of time trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
True.
And most times that's what we do. Let's be honest with each other. That's what we do. I've been there. Me said don't try for relationship matter
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying and trying. I've tried to the point where I was empty. You know what? Do you know what it feels like to be empty? When you give of yourself, your everything that you have, you're exhausted, you have zero left. You know when gas for your car reaches enter zero. Now so
I know.
so for me, after having that experience, they not they tell me two times. Once I dey struggle, forget headache immediately. I go say, you know what? It's not you, it's me.
You know,
It's not you,
yesterday,
it's me. Do
yes,
you
yeah,
and I do because
yeah,
honestly and truly, relationships are easy. We make it difficult. And other times, because men too, they have their own idea of what a relationship is all about. And
thank you. It's
and they
almost
have
like,
their own expectations. They want you to be like their mother or their grandmother,
oh
right?
my God,
Or even if you're dating someone who's not African,
I could hug you
even
right
here,
now. Honestly, it's almost like some people you are doing relationship, but you want husband privileges. You still want son privileges inside relationship, like inside relationship. Oh, ma the pound banga, man start to pound yam. Uncle,
exactly.
uncle, I don't understand. I don't
Hey,
understand.
Celine. Hey, Celine. Oh, I'm so sorry, Celine. I just sorry. May I quick greet Celine. Celine, the secret of the glow. Now you I go ask Celine. This Celine, now babe. When I see Celine, I shocked alive.
Oh my
This girl
God,
now woof as they talk.
as a baby girl,
Gorgeous Celine. Oh my God, her dressing her dress sense impeccable.
impeccable.
Lady Lomo.
Ma,
Hey, I
ma.
see Celine, I say wow. Woo.
Now people when they make our gender look good, it's good. These are the things. Celine, hello. Come and
You
join
know,
us now. Let's
so
just.
it's as you were saying, Jerry, my sister. Sorry to cut you off. No
No
problem, Celine. I'll
problem.
see you on Saturday for the full-time show. I understand a lot of people are working. Yeah. So,
Um,
sorry, Jerry. Talk.
no, I understand now. I was just like, because yesterday I was asking a question, right? Um, so there's dating and then there's dating as a Christian. You know, those are two totally different situations, right? And I was trying to ask that pastor yesterday. I'm like, okay, since they've said that sex is a sin, how do you now know if the person that you're with is like compatible with you sexually? Whether body parts not too small or body parts not the active, or maybe he's into guys. How do you know all those things? Because that one now don't follow join the dating situation. You want to date someone, you need to start asking them, oh hey, are you into men? Are you into women? You It's not part of the criteria because you don't want any funny surprises. You hear that he's cheating and then you walk in on him and his supposed best friend and you're looking like, oh wow, what is this? So a whole lot of things now. That's why I said dating now, eh? Oh God. They give me a
This
headache.
is true. This is the times we're living in where you have to be very careful because people will not necessarily come forward and tell you the truth because
Mm-hmm.
people are trying to hide under what something else. So you have to be very outright and you have to ask, but you have to find ways to ask so that you can get the right answers too. So if you just meet person and say, wait you did, not small, small, not dance that they did, not from club they enter dance. you're having drinks, you're talking, you're very calm, you're respectful. You're like, oh, have you ever been with a man before? Have you ever been with a woman before? You know, I know that a lot of people are they like to explore. There are a lot of people who like to explore, and is it something you've explored before? You go, you sense they ask these things nowadays now. If not guy, have you been with a guy before? People tend to, there's a way you can ask, and then the person would respond to you. Now, for instance, in America, they'll tell you straight up, they know they hide. Now that one may make me like them for you. They go tell you who they be.
Yeah, they
They
are
know they
blunt. They
hide.
don't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they will tell you from the jump. Sometimes you don't even need to ask, right? But what is happening now, especially with people that are transforming from one uh,
Gender to
gender to
another.
another, there's still there's some of them, not all of them. There's some of them that are not open and honest about it, and I know that we've heard in the news of how some people were like, dealt with because of that. So that's why those kind of questions, you don't take it for granted. You have to ask questions
But
openly and honestly.
but
You
that's
have,
their truth, right? Why won't they just say? Do you understand? Who will like you
yes.
will like you. That's a fact. Some people are even looking for somebody that they can have an open marriage with. If you don't say anything, how will you know? Do you get? But most people just deceive people into things now. And then, I mean, a friend of mine just broke off her engagement. Apparently, the guy she was dating is low key seeing her assistant as a guy.
Wow.
And they're in Nigeria. Imagine the situation. And like she noticed, they were trying to get cozy and everything, and she just noticed that things were moving, nothing was active. And when she raised it with us, I was like, check that guy, oh, he might like guys. Because I mean, how can you be like this and he will not feel anything? Do you understand? We're even joking about it,
Mm-hmm.
only for her to be mind blown finding out that kind of thing. So at the end of the day, if that's your thing, it's better to say that, look, this is my thing. I'm just looking for someone I can marry. You can have whatever you want to have, but this is my thing. Let's, after all, now these days, marriages are like contracts,
Right.
right? So you say, okay, this is my thing. What is your own thing? What do you want in exchange for this? And some people are willing to do it, as crazy as it sounds. There are people that are willing to do it. Some people don't even want this marriage thing. They're just inside. Do you get? They don't
Right.
just want their families on their case. There used to be this guy Charles B in Nigeria, and he was one anchoring a program called Sharing Life Issues, but he died years ago. And I remember listening in on one of the um what do they call them, episodes of his show, right? And that's what they were talking about. And people were legit calling in male guys, chicks, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gay," or I'm a lesbian. I'm just looking for someone I can marry. Like I want a lesbian called in that she wants to marry someone that is gay, so that both of them. I hope they're not going to take down your channel because I'm just saying these words. I'm really sorry. Okay, there are people that are a bit queer, and she was like, she's looking for someone like her, but like the opposite sex. He can have his partner, she'll have hers. When it's time, they will adopt a child. Like she had it all figured out. I'm like, all because she just didn't want her parents on her case. She wanted to just get it over and done with. So I'm just thinking, like, these things are real now. I'm sorry I'm hammering on it, but I think that's the.
No, please, Hammer. These are real life things. Please talk about it. This is why we're here.
That kind of thing would break me because, ha, it's not as if you're just cheating. No. God, I beg. It's not as if you're just cheating. Like you're cheating and you're. No words. Really.
Yeah. I think for me personally, everybody has a right to live their life the way they want to. And I'm sure that's also what we believe here. Everybody has a right to make their choices. At the end of the day, as long as your choice is not affecting mine. And Mr. Sifai says, listen to your intuition and be very prayerful. I totally agree with that.
I agree with that.
On top of listening to your intuition and very prayerful, you also have to ask, and then she also said, let me pin it. Gay
I'm
have
sorry,
very
guys.
different definitions to everybody. Some men participate in the act, but they believe they're not, so So this is the reason why I said it's very good to be open about conversations, because what I have discovered is that, and what I've heard is that some people, right, some women, they get into this relationship with this man, and then down the line the man has, didn't know, then they discover that the man has been having this gay act outside of their home,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're stuck in the marriage, right? The man is a great provider, he's been a wonderful husband, they don't have any qualms, and they're fine with it.
But
There are people
that's
who accept that level of
but
relationship, and
but that's
it doesn't bother them. That's fine. But my own is, and that's one person, but we don't know. There are other people who probably be found themselves in that same scenario, and they're like, no, I'm done. You didn't tell me the truth, I can't deal, right?
there are even
So,
people there are
so
even
this is why
people
for me, I would ask questions because I don't want to be caught unawares. I give you an example. There was a time
yeah.
I went out on a date with a guy. We've been going out on dates for a few times, and we're talking. Now palm colored person. We're talking and everything, and we're flowing. I let him be. I just let him run free, like be express himself and everything. And in that process, I was asking him questions. We talked about sex, we talked about everything. When it came to the sex issue, and he was like, well, that he likes when somebody does it for him on the back end, right? I'm like, oh, what does that mean? And he clarified it in my mind. So I now said to myself, isn't that, being gay? It's like, no, he's just, the woman would have some wear something, and like, really? And I was like, that was the first time I was hearing it. I was like, oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. He talked about it. You could tell that he really into that act. He was really into that act. So it was something that he looked forward to. It's something that he wanted at some point, right? But he's a great person, nice person, and all of that. But my spirit just shut down. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like I knew that is not something that I can live with.
But this is even for someone that is nice. Imagine the ones that marry people
Exactly.
under pretense and then take the person to their house and start to frustrate the person. There are
Okay,
some guys who
Alero
do
says
do
it's
that.
called exactly.
It's
So I
called
didn't
petty.
never hear him before. It was my first time of hearing it, and to me, there are women when they don't mind when their husband they do that kind of thing. There are women who don't mind. There are women who are married and they are, or husband, that's what he wants, that's what he likes, and they're able to give it to him. But not everybody is. So you need to know
Oh my
which
God,
things you
things they
fit
this life.
handle.
Things
You
they this
understand?
life.
It's not enough to say somebody is nice. That's why nice to me is not everything. Nice, you can be nice, but maybe not me, not for me. You
People are
might be an
liking.
awesome person, but maybe not for me. So you have to find your people. You have to find your own crowd, your own village person. And for me, this is why communication, talking about it. Julians, welcome. Talking about it. Alera, welcome. If I've not greeted anybody, Abemuna not vessel. You know, I would ask you openly. Me, I'm not ashamed to ask question. No, I dey ask. To the last, I go ask because I won't know. Hey, Miriam,
Yeah.
welcome. Yes, we are. I won't know because I don't want surprise, and I don't want do anything when they against my own spirit, because I they walk according to how waiting my spirit want me to do. I know they do
Mm-hmm.
anything to please anybody. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
Mm-hmm.
if na man when you be, when you know, like when you say, okay, oh, this girl not fit give me what I want, make her waka, then it's better for you to walk away now than make a congo because say you nice, because say you be great provider, because say you get money or you have the influence, make I come join myself to you. My spirit no go rest. So why I won't do am to myself? There are people who are open to these things. Let me just put that out there. There are people, and there's nothing wrong with it. To each his own. I know
I
they here to
mean,
judge
do
anybody.
you?
But
Yeah, but
no bring your own,
don't.
come use am, impose am on me. Na there problem dey.
Bam. That's just what it is. That's what it is. I'm sorry I've been ranting, but like thinking about it these days,
No,
it's
you're not
just
ranting. No, this is a great conversation, my dear. Now, say make una talk, make
I'm
we talk
mind
am.
blown.
Here we are. Let's talk it. Let's shatter all the tables.
What? Because I mean, and things are happening. You meet someone, he's amazing, and then the next thing he's bringing out whips and chains. Are you supposed to run? Like, at what point are you supposed? Are you supposed? Do you get? And sometimes you have to wait. You probably have waited like 3 months, sometimes 6 months, and then you now finally discover that, oh, he has a red room. At this thing, eh? I'm tired, and
No,
I'm not.
the solution to Ram, Obiajulu, may I just be honest with you. The solution to Ram, like asking questions, and this and what's
Some will
it
not
called?
tell you
Mystify just
now.
nail am. You'll be amazed how much information I can say, not be boast. I have been able to draw out information from men. I'm telling you, I make them comfortable. I don't judge. I don't ask you. I'm a very like, I'm that body. I'm that person that you want to talk to. I make it comfortable for you because I am also considering my own life, my own self. So I have to be able to see if, for instance, okay, like the man I just talked about, very decent guy, very nice,
Mm-hmm.
very nice. On top of it, he was now good looking, and he had everything that you would
Are you
desire,
seeing the Are
right?
you seeing
He
the
had the
problem?
physical attributes and everything. Now, talking to him and getting to know more, I now realized, this is what he wants. So, and I had to ask myself the question: are you willing to put up with this? Is this something that you're open to do? You have to ask yourself realistically, not judgmentally, realistic, because people have different desires and different things that they enjoy, right? So you need to be able to ask yourself realistically, do you can you really in good conscience be with this person and give them what it is you're looking for? Because a relationship is not just about you, it's about the other person's needs, right? And I
Yeah.
know that I can't, in all honesty, so I'm not going to waste my time. So usually when I'm talking to them, 1 month we wrapped it up. 1 month, man. How they waste time? 1 month. But in that time we're talking, I'm your best friend, man. I'm your the person you go to person you want to talk to is me. I'll make it comfortable for you. Talk, we eat. I even cook Nigerian food. Self, I go make pounded yam. Sometimes I go make the goosey because I want them to know what you know. I go make a goosey soup, make ogbono, make
So that
okro,
they know
make
what
stew.
your food palette is like.
You
Yeah.
understand? We go they talk, we go they gist. I go. If I tell you in that 1 month, I don't know so much about the person. I don't believe in waiting until 6 months to get to know someone. Hell no. I am because guess what? When you didn't know person, it's not just talking. Body language they involved.
Okay.
The way you
Yes.
talk, they involve everything is involved, right? So you are
Absolutely.
really getting a lot from the person. Even the things that they refuse to say, their body go lie, their body go tell the truth. You know what they say, your spirit announces you, your energy announces you before
Before
you
you're, yeah.
personally. It's a fact because the things that you're not able to say, your body will give it away instantly. I'm telling you, this is why I believe in prayers and intuition. Like Mrs. Ifai says, very true. If you're
Yeah.
intuitive and you're prayerful, you learn to listen when people are talking.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to, especially for me. For me, when a guy is talking to me, I listen to him more. I don't interrupt. I want to hear you and I want to see what it is that you're about. Because by talking, people expose themselves. It's just a fact. You would know a thing or two about a person just by listening to them and observing. I give you an example. There was another guy I was talking to. I talked to him for like 2 months. We were talking, and he said he wanted to get married, da 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 da, and all of that. He was himself. He told me everything about his life. He was married before he got divorced, blah blah blah. It was a very painful experience for him. But from talking, I was able to know that this guy has not forgiven his ex-wife. He still carried that unforgiveness and that malice for her. Whatever she did, he just couldn't forgive her. And then he had this warped idea about marriage, you know. And then he only saw, and this one is a Nigerian, he only saw marriage from the standpoint, he used the parents as a yardstick for the type
Yeah.
of wife he wanted, right? He would say things like, Well, his mother, he didn't cook in his house. He doesn't know how to cook. So why will he marry? Why will he marry? What's the point of marrying if the woman cannot cook? The woman cannot give you children. He had these very ancient views. And I did
Exactly.
frown at it. Oh. I listened to him. I say, I say, that's what you think? He said, yeah. I'm like, okay. I was gathering information.
Of course.
The second month, he said, you know what? Can you give me your parents' details? I'm going to Nigeria. I want to go and introduce myself. I really want to marry you. Da 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 da. I called him and said, okay, we need to talk. I got home. I settled down. I called him because he lived in outside the state, right? In
Yeah.
America, but outside of where I was. And I sat and I talked to him and I started from the beginning of our conversation. And I said to him, based on everything that we've shared and everything you've said to me, you know very little about marriage. You don't even Your idea of marriage is only for your satisfaction. You're not thinking about the other person. You're not thinking about your wife. What will make your own wife happy? What do you think you can do to make your wife happy? What of when your wife cannot cook? What of when she's tired? Do you see yourself learning to cook? There's YouTube. You can learn how to cook. Is that something you see yourself doing? Never. He said all those things. And I said, based on more that I can't, of course, expose here, I can't marry you. I'm sorry. I respectfully decline. I said, if I may advise you on top of that, I said, I'm happy to be your friend that you can call for consultation.
Of
Like, say, you meet
course.
woman. I go help you. I go talk to you on how you go take approach am. I say, but where I take see you, the only woman when you go feel marry, maybe in a village. And when you marry and you go leave am for Nigeria, because if you bring am come here, as you na dey think, na go say you go come expose. Because you say you marry woman from Nigeria and e show you pepper. Now this one na as e be, I think that's your best option. I told the guy the truth. I tell am, you understand? And I say, look, I'm not perfect. If I
And
sit down and tell you, say,
how did
oh,
he
I'm
take it?
perfect. Nobody, but based on your own imperfection, it too much. Not be waiting I go feel handle. So instead
Yeah.
of me, I go save myself the trouble. So this is why for me, talking, communicating with someone, oh my, I don't take and play. Oh. If you be man, I'm very attentive to you. I want to know, I want to hear. Because I dey gather information.
Yeah, because truth is, life happens, right? He might marry someone now and suddenly they are not compatible, she can't have kids. Maybe she can typically, but maybe they're just not compatible. Anything could happen. So if that happens, that means she's going to get that stick as well. Because his mindset is what it is. And he's already grown up, he's mature. He's never going to change his mind. And you thinking that you can love him enough for him to change. Oh, well, that's another thing, though. That's like a different kettle of fish. So yes, it is weird. And I think I've ended my rant.
Yeah, no, it's not rant. So it makes for good conversation, Obiajulo. I don't want you to sit and rant because this is why we're here. Now my son I want talk relationship. I'm here ready for the matter. So it's good we lay these things bare because the truth is that the reality outside of this talk we're having is that people are living they're having real life experiences in their marriages. There are people
Mm-hmm.
who are stuck in marriages that are frauds and they
Sure.
cannot get out of it. It's a fact. There are people who married, just like OJ Moore said, different relationships with different issues, right? People get into
Mm-hmm.
relationships for different reasons. Some people they marry for
Facts.
money, some people they marry for name, influence, some people they marry for security, some people they marry because they run from something and they feel say if they marry, that thing no go pursue them again. You understand? And like
Mm-hmm.
Ojemo said, the older we get, the more scars we carry. So the whole point of
That's
this
very
is,
apt.
yeah, it's better to try and reduce the scars. This is why I don't believe in dating. If you date someone and it doesn't work out, heal. It's so important. The older we are, the more scars we carry based on how you dated and the type of person you dated and how often you dated. Some people have dated multiple times, so they carry multiple scars because they've not been able to heal. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to try and limit those scars. So I still believe there's still you want to be able to have some level of naivety. To be honest, have small naivety, going like naivety in the sense that be open to meeting new people and not afraid to meet and want to date someone, because sometimes cars will scare you away and shut you down and you won't want to have anything to do with any man or any woman
Mm-hmm.
again if you're a man, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if you can limit the scars and keep your mind still open and love, be very true and authentic with yourself
Mm-hmm.
and be open to liking people, love someone, get to know, find fun things about them, because you never know. The person that is a perfect match for you may not necessarily fit into the physical dream that you have. It might be someone that is far removed from it. It might be Asian, it might be Obodo, it might be Fufunene, it might be anybody. But if you don't open your heart, you can't receive it because you're closed out. So you want to, again, personally, I know anybody when they give me headache, they run. I know they wait. I know they think am 2 times. Soft life.
Soft
Are you
life.
bringing soft life to me? Okay, we can talk. Let's talk about let's talk about soft life. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You get one guy when like this, we they stay the same compound. The guy, we are just friends, nothing. You know, you go talk to me. You talk to me about in relationships. You go talk to me about waiting in a plan to do and all of that. Decent guy, but there were things that he told me about himself. I could say yepa yepa yepa. Are you serious? Hey, for my mind though, I know so for my mind I dey scream yepa yepa. Now I say, you na friendship, this one go reach oh, you no go pass this one oh. I can't shout. So this guy dey do this kind thing. Hey, wahoo! Dem no dey people know person finish oh, him face no even show say e be like that.
You know they show for face.
E no dey
Never.
show for face. So I no
Never.
be this one, no be Naija, na Fufunene. One understand it. So my own be say relationship no hard, na we dey make am hard. If we are
Sure.
honest with ourselves, e no hard. If man tell you say, see, this na wetin I want, this na wetin I dey look for, you talk to am. No be say you rush enter the relationship, you know am as friend. Una go waka, una go grocery shopping together. You no need to go expensive restaurant. You see that expensive restaurant, sometimes e dey cover many things. People no dey wan be themselves. Go farmers market, make una sit down, eat dis thing together, chips, free fries, whatever. Sit down, dey gist, dey talk about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So which family you come from? Oh, I hear say for dis side now dey do am like dis, una dey do am like dis. You go know so much about dat person. By the time you reach house, you fit make up your mind say dis person na correct person, but make I wait first, make I still dey learn am dey go.
Mm.
Sometimes your learning fit not reach 1 week, sometimes your learning fit not reach 2 weeks, but na the amount and the in ten tionality behind am na im go
Mm-hmm.
expose many things.
Mm-hmm.
So make we learn. The truth be say, as women, make we learn. Any man wey come meet you, we no fit assume say every man na bad man or every woman na bad woman. If person come meet you, talk to am like human being, treat am like human being first. You understand? Dat love,
Mm-hmm.
dat respect, dat kindness go dey there. Make the person show himself by himself. One no understand. You go
That's
learn when the
true.
person show himself, then you come decide. You say, when I dey talk to this guy, I no really like as he take respond to this thing. The way
Mm-hmm.
he take dey think this matter, e no really agree with me. You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yes.
based on that, I no sure say we even fit get relationship. We fit be friends. Guess what? You don make friend. Even though you no end up for relationship, you don make friend wey go become brother. When be say you fit call say, I get this thing when I wan buy, when I wan move, you fit help me, you go come help
Mm.
you. So let's build on communities by being cordial with each other. It doesn't have to end in relationship. And when
Sure.
you meet someone, sorry, make I no too dey talk. I don too dey talk, abi.
No, no. You did talk, I dey understand now. Because to be honest, I completely agree with you. I don't think everybody that you meet is for a relationship. I believe some people are supposed to be friends that are long term friends of not just friends at the moment. So I agree
Mm.
with you. If I not agree, I thought that you say, "I know, oh my, I not agree with this one. This one." but
No.
I'm listening because it makes a whole lot of sense. I know that we're all trying in our own ways, to put ourselves out there, get to meet people, try to be the right people also for the person that we're looking for, the right person for the person we're looking for. Well, in the meantime, until you meet that person, you'll not put your life on hold now and not talk to anybody. Now you'll be talking to everybody. Everybody.
Absolutely.
Some people will come, the share waiting for you. You step back and be like, "Whoa, bro, I'm not into this." Okay, see you. Have a nice life. And while some other people will come and then you're there. Marriott, come.
Mario
Eh,
say, I'm watching Indian matchmaker on Netflix. Anyone considered using the matchmaking service? Wetin dey worry you, Marriott? You dey use
I say Marriott.
matchmaking service?
Marriott now Oreo. Outside she black, inside now white girl.
I'm
Then
telling you,
then
it's
nothing
a
wrong with that.
matchmaking service. You don't need matching. Family go matchmake you now. Now family dey matchmake people for our side now.
Even
Eh?
there now, even Indians they matchmake now, no worry.
Exactly. And even their that Indian matchmaking, sometimes you see the trauma when they dey. You don't watch their trauma. Their trauma plenty. Oh.
I
All
been
those
get one.
their Indian relationship, their trauma boku. And then
I been get one
Ojimwa say,
Indian. Mm.
how do we heal before we get into a new relationship on a clean slate? Okay. Well, I will share some of my points with you because I've been through the healing process. And Obiajulo, I beg you, self, go share your own. And Nne, if you
I
get
don't
any,
get so. Now
okay,
they
so make
tell
I
you.
share.
Make it.
When you get into a relationship and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, you want to take the time to mourn the loss of that relationship. You want to
Yes.
mourn. It's very important to mourn because it's the end. It's like death, for lack of better words. It's like
A
someone.
relationship, not a
Okay. So
marriage.
you want to heal, take the time to mourn that. If it is 1 week, if it is 2 weeks, if it is 1 month, however long it takes you, everybody is different. Then from there, start to fall in love with yourself. Learn to fall in love with yourself. Take yourself out. Go to the
Mm-hmm.
movies, take
Mm-hmm.
walks, go hiking, bike riding, whatever it is that don't stay in that fixed space because it's easy to drown yourself with that self-pity. Don't listen to love music. That is a disaster. That one go
Ah.
you will cry every day if you listen to love music. So avoid listening to any romantic music and just be listening to loud banging music, the one that will be using it down fella kind of dance revolution revolution now.
Celine Dion loading. Celine Dion
Like
loading.
that kind of music now you they listen to. You go market, buy food, eat good, eat well, right? And then you go reach stage when you go start to dey reflect on that old relationship. Then you go fit dey honestly tell yourself the truth. Who dey wrong, who no dey wrong, wetin you fit do better next time, wetin that relationship teach you, wetin you
Mm-hmm.
learn from that relationship, how that relationship shape you, wetin you feel say you no ever wan deal with again. Because when something come to an end, sometimes it is the beginning of a new thing. But in order for
Mm-hmm.
you to walk into that new thing, you have to be prepared so that you no go use your bad belle to spoil the new one. So this is why. So those are some of the things that you can do. And whatever fun thing that you want, you can learn a new skill in the process. You can do
Yes.
whatever you can. Some people chop off their hair, or some people may grow out their hair. It just
That's some
depends. Everybody
that's
different.
some extreme situation over here. Like you're talking about a relationship, and this is assuming the person has like a healthy self-esteem, yeah. Because people with unhealthy self-esteem, they just believe that when a relationship ends, to get over that guy, you have to go under another guy. So it's just pull out another guy and bring the person in. You understand? And
Yeah.
give that one two strikes. As he's entering, he's getting two strikes already. Like guy, for what the other guy did, you're getting two strikes. So what are you bringing? So, but this is assuming the person has a healthy self-esteem, and then it works. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know who's in the studio. I think I'll stop talking so that the person can talk. Hello.
Yeah. So, exactly. So, whatever it is that you know works for you, in addition to what we just shared, You can use whatever works for you, right? And then if the person is, you can't force someone. OJ says, what if he's willing to unlearn? You can't force someone to learn. You cannot.
That's
Don't
true.
force anybody. If it is
Mm-hmm.
hard work, if it is too much struggle, leave
Mm-hmm.
it alone. Leave it. Just leave it alone. That's not your battle. That's not for
Mm-hmm.
you. It's
Mm-hmm.
for his creator or her creator. It's not for you. Just walk away. Okay? Your sanity is more important. All right.
Yes.
So this is what I think. I'm not a relationship expert too. I'm
But
just sharing from life experience. So I beg you, me nobody can't take my words out of context. I'm no
me,
relationship
me, I
Yes.
expert.
agree. I agree
We're
with
just
you.
sharing here as a family, like
Yes.
what has worked for us and what has not worked. And I'm open enough to share some of the things that I've noticed, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whatever you want, whatever you think you think you can draw from, whatever you learn from this, take it in one right hand and
yeah,
run
yeah.
with it. You never know when you're gonna need it, you know. So um hey Neka, thank
Yes, ma'am.
you. Hey, how you dey now? Make we hear you now. That you no
I
longer go anywhere.
I
I
Now you be
know
my
where
I
I
am
person
am
today.
now.
I am well. How are you? You look
Ah,
good.
thank you. I
Thank
try you.
you.
Yeah, I'm just tired today. The kids went back to school today, so I'm like, whew. I woke up at 3:30 and I couldn't go back to sleep. Sent them to school, still had lots of things to do, but it's all good.
That's
It's
awesome. That's fantastic. I'm glad at least you get some break, some time to yourself.
Yes, now I will. So today we talking about relationships only if people know. Say I'm well, like I'm married, and
Right.
if I knew then what I know now, I'd probably still be single. I I I tell you, I love my children; they're a blessing. I love my husband, but um, you know, number one thing is
Hindsight.
before you even you said what? Sorry.
I said in hindsight.
In hindsight, yes. Before you get into any of these relationships, I just think no, number one thing for me that I've learned, like you said, is from your experience. I'm talking from my own experience now.
Right.
I think you should, if you don't have the same values, number one thing, I think you should just walk away.
Mm.
Mm,
If you don't have the same, okay, you love family, he's not a family person. You see how he treats other people, but you think he's treating you nice. I promise you.
mm,
You see the way he he acted towards other people out there.
mm-hmm,
You're
mm-hmm,
going to experience that.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And whatever you do not deal with at that moment and you think you can manage it, it's going to multiply when you guys now get hitched
Snap.
or when you
Wow.
guys start getting serious. It is going to multiply. You're going
Mm.
to be talking about that same issues or those same issues with, I'm talking about both sides now. You're
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
going to be talking about those things years later. It took me 15 years. Well, let me say it took us 15 years to actually get to where we are now. Those things that I
Wow.
thought then that I thought, oh, let me just get married. People will tell you, "Bọ́kùnrin ṣe máa ń ṣe
I
nìyẹn. Kí
know.
ló ń
Man,
ṣe ẹ́? Ìwọ náà
Especially where we
farabalẹ̀,
come
calm
from.
down." I
man.
wish
Just any
those
man.
things that we talk about now, somebody told me then. I didn't have anyone to tell me nothing. Everybody was just looking at my age. And the pressure, I put pressure on myself, and people put pressure on me.
Mm,
Mm.
So all those things I was seeing then, and those things I was hearing, that oh, Kunrini, or they should come and shishi Kunrini. I say, okay, I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one complaining. My sister, as soon as I enter, hey, my eyes come open. I say, hey, when do allow to rogo? Yeah, those things. Sorry, that's my middle name. So sometimes when I get in those kind of mood, I use my middle name. Modukwala. It's like, you okay? You don't enter. Okay now. So
Also,
it's not.
your middle name is Modupeola.
Yes. My
Who's
mom is
Yoruba?
Yoruba. My mom.
Okay, wow. That's
Yeah,
a
my mom.
beautiful name. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's now it now became. I mean, we struggled up until last year. I was
Mm,
just like, enough is enough, because it started to affect me emotionally and
right.
mentally. So I said to myself, okay, I need to show in action this is how I want to be treated. So now I'm there now and I'm happy. But
Mm,
look at how long it took us
mm,
to get there. 15 years to have you should have used to improve on yourself, learn
Mhm.
something, love more, be friends, and enjoy life. We used it to talk, go and settle fight, talk and settle fight. And I tell these young ones, look, you can wait.
mm.
You can wait, enjoy life, travel, do whatever you can do. If this guy starts acting or this girl start acting somehow, and you cannot deal with it, don't even bother.
Mm.
Somebody else will come. Isn't it this world? We have so millions of people in the world, and it doesn't have to be a Nigerian. It
Yes.
doesn't have to be an African. It can
Mm-mm.
be someone from somewhere else. Look, okay, in my house now, the kids speak English. Okay, we all speak English. Does the person have to be speaking your language?
No.
It doesn't have to. Don't settle for less because someone thinks, oh, you are a female. Look at you at this age. You have not gotten married. So what? So I have a cousin that's still putting pressure on herself, and I'm looking at her like, hey, this boy you are with, and she's talking. I'm not comparing. I keep telling her, I'm not
Right.
comparing. I'm just telling you that what I'm seeing now is not going to be good.
Mm.
What I'm seeing both of you do now, the way he talks to you, ah, my sister, it's not good. So you have to have the same values, first of all. If you're a church goer, is not a church goer, you think you can change him, you cannot change anyone.
Absolutely.
And if it's someone you cannot communicate with, let him go, let her go. Though
Mm.
if you're able to do that for yourself, I promise you, you'll be happy in the end.
A lot of times, I don't know, Neka, thank you so much for those great points. I just want to add a little bit to like, um, I think that as Nigerians specifically, I know this
Mhm.
affects a lot of Africans, but since we're from Nigeria, they need to start learning how there's this unlearning that needs to take place about putting unnecessary pressure on yourself and
Mhm.
allowing other people to put pressure on you. Because pressure never generates any good results. It
Mhm.
always makes you want to choose less than what you need, what you deserve. And then when you get into it, there's also pressure again. The pressure does not end with you marrying. No, when you enter, when are you going to have a baby? You have a baby, they'll say when are you have the second one. So the pressure never ends,
Yes.
you know. And what you're trying to say, Neka, is that do you understand you know what you want first
Yes.
before you partner with someone else? Because that other person has their own issues too. They're coming from a whole
Exactly.
different background. You don't know how they were brought up. So if you're
Yes.
going to partner with someone, imagine there'll be struggle in the beginning, but imagine if you
Mhm.
take the time to understand some of those struggles and be friendly and
Yes.
know the person and ask the needed questions, you know?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
mean, this is what some single people don't understand that. So they continue to put pressure on themselves
Yeah.
unnecessarily, and then society will now tell them, clock is ticking. Whose clock? Who put the clock there?
Exactly. Exactly. And these days, I'm not sure if it's Uju that said it the first time, talking about people that are bi or
Mm-hmm,
lesbian or gay
mm-hmm.
or whatever. At least people are even talking about it now. Those
Yes.
days, nobody was talking about it. It's
Mm-mm.
there, but nobody was talking about it. And then you
Yeah.
end up being with that person, and then so because of pressure again, you won't say tell nobody. So you guys will just be living together like that.
Exactly. Now look at this comment. Now Florence says, "Truth, we have to tell ourselves the truth. I think the issue is most women are building a family from the first day they meet a man, which is true. We are
Yes.
always going with the mind that this one has to be the one. Absolutely agree with that because
Yes.
I've been there, so I know. But the truth is that you go out of that stage in your life where you realize that the man you meet is not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
it could be a huge stumbling, it could be a huge hindrance for you. So if
Yes.
you don't take the time to know, my own is I'm a humanist. Be human,
Mhm.
be kind to one another. Be,
Yes.
love the person as best as you can. What I mean with love is love with the love of the creator, not love of the carnal type of love, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
the person with respect, be kind to the person,
Yes.
and then whatever happens from there, you take it. But most times, as women, maybe because of the way we were raised, we just, when you meet someone, you're like, you're already building your home in your head. You're already thinking how that house will be, or how many kids, and then how the children will look like. You will say, maybe they will take his nose, maybe his eyes. That's the best part of what you like. You will now think about, we'll have a cute family, we do our wedding day will be big, I'll have 16 bridesmaids. All these things is castles in the air because the
Yeah.
person that you're building that imagination with may not even be there. Their head
Mm-hmm.
may not be there at all,
Mm-hmm.
And I think I heard somewhere, I don't know if it was YouTube or somewhere that I read that people's not, it looks like people we need to start having schools where we teach children, girls and guys, the truth about relationship. It needs to start early because as you
Yes, I
come of
agree.
age, right? Because women and men need to understand there's a purpose first before anything else. Your
Yes.
purpose is more important so that they will know how to identify who they can match with correctly. Because
Mm-hmm.
not everyone is born with parents who would help you choose correctly. Some people, their
Yes.
parents don't even know better. So it's whoever you bring home, they will accept. But if you have
Mm-hmm.
that core understanding as you're growing up, that okay, this is what I want to do, this is, and then you're looking at someone who wants to be with you, you're asking them questions in alignment with what your purpose is. Not saying oh what you, but you are checking
Mm-hmm.
them out, being friends, getting to see, are they interested in what you are doing, are they
Mm-hmm.
invested in it, do they want to see your growth? Because a lot of problems in the world now, we have people that have solutions, but
Mm-hmm.
they are stuck in an abusive relationship, they're emotionally
Mm-hmm.
downcast, so they can't even think, not to talk of do purpose.
Yes, I was there. That you just described me like I was like right there.
You
Like
see
he
what
would
I
just
mean?
drain you.
Exactly. It would empty you of your
Mm-hmm.
essence. So you don't want that because there are people who are looking to hear from you. There are
Yes.
people whose lives need to be blessed through you. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
stuck in a very, and the devil is a liar, but that's what he does
Mm-hmm.
best because he
Yes.
knows that's why the emphasis is on trying to create divisions with people, especially in marriages and in relationships. He knows that when two come together and they understand their purpose, my goodness, there's nothing that can put them down. So what does he do?
Yes.
He creates confusion so that people don't pair, they don't find the correct person. He will throw
Yes.
dozens, hundreds in front of you. So you keep picking the wrong one because out of all the hundreds is thrown, none of them are your own. That's what people don't understand. Sometimes,
Yes.
how in Nigeria say, "Oh, I prayed, and then the next day I woke up, I went outside, I was just walking down, and this man just came up, and he just said, I want to marry you." I say, "Wow, God answers prayers."
Did you say walking outside?
No, but
Walking outside now,
how do
some
they
will say
say
they
it?
dream. I'm not
How
smoking
do they
dream,
say it,
though.
Omoye? They always say if God wants to bless you, he'll send you someone. If the devil wants to ruin you, he'll send you someone as well.
Hmm.
Do you understand? Exactly.
Yes.
You have to be careful because I know Nigerians are very religious people, but you have to understand that the devil also understands. He's older than man. So he knows how to confuse you. So if you meet the person, when the Bible says test of spirit, it doesn't just mean in spirit. You also have to test the person that's coming if they're really right
Yes.
for you. But
Mhm.
because we're so carried away with the popular trend now, people just meet someone, they don't even know. You first have to be, as Dr. Shola said in Obodo Ibo TV yesterday, it's so true.
Yes.
If a man does not have the spiritual capacity, he does not understand who he is spiritually,
Mhm.
it's difficult for that man to be a man for you. It's difficult for
Mhm.
that man to be a true husband to you. I'm
Yes.
telling you, because they don't understand their roles. Now, when we
Mhm.
talk about sometimes older people that have lived this life, some of them, they understood their spiritual standing in the home.
Yeah.
Every other thing flowed correct smoothly because of that. There were not very many families, but they existed. So it's the same thing. If a man does not understand his standing, you don't demand respect. You don't force it. It is what you are already. A woman should see you and value your take, value your insight, and say, wow, I respect this man's leadership. And whatever he says, because I know his intentions are correct, I'm going to follow. And Dr. Shola nailed it. You can get food from a woman will kneel down and feed you if you know how to treat her right. It is
Hmm.
true. But how many
Yes.
men understand their spiritual leadership in the home? How many? Especially these days, they're all carried away by secure the bag
Mhm.
before no, that is sending people to their early graves.
Yeah.
By secure the bag, you can have all the money, but there's no brain. It's just carcass.
Exactly. Yes.
You'll be marrying wife after wife after wife after wife, wife after wife, wife after wife, because you feel you have the money. But what you are doing in essence is you're depleting yourself in the process.
Definitely. I agree with that, and I agree with the chat on the screen.
Yeah, Mr.
Journaling
Divine
really
says for
helps me.
healing. Yeah, journaling, focus on lessons learned, practice gratitude, and she also shared therapy. It's very
Mhm.
important. You cannot jump these steps. That you have
Yes.
maybe when you break up with somebody, they just if you meet somebody else, forget you will get over him. No, you're doing more. You're
No.
just setting yourself up for more damage in front. Take care of
Yeah.
it now. And this is why I don't believe in incessant dating. It's to me, I don't just believe in it because one
Mhm.
human being is enough. When you break up from someone, take the time so that you can have clarity and know what you
Mhm.
want out of life. If you
Mhm.
don't know what you want, you'll be jumping from one mistake to another mistake, and it will be down the drain from there. You
Mhm.
know,
Yes.
OJ says, I'm taking notes. Wow. Marian says, Obia Julia, I hear what you said about me. My voice is trembling. Obia Julia,
Oh,
don't draw line.
Sorry,
Obia say na
Marriott.
fight.
Marriott is ill. Marriott is
Na
Marriott,
fight or
sorry.
fight.
suffering.
Oh, Marian, sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, baby. I hope you feel better. I hope you're drinking
Belle.
Marriott,
soup. Oh.
sorry.
Eh?
Belle.
Hey, Ginny. Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. And then Queen J says, learn and master the red flags of the exactly. This is why healing is
Mhm.
important because you give you the opportunity to master the red flags for the next relationship if the other party is mostly at
Mm,
fault. Queen J, thank you for saying that eloquently. And not every relationship is going to end in marriage. We need to come to an
exactly.
understanding of that. you
Mhm.
you have to treat people like human beings. I have quite a number of male friends today. I never dated them. We're just friends and they treat me like a sister. If I need help, I can call one of them and say, hey, I need this, and they will rush. You understand? It's not every relationship. Some people, you don't even need to get into a relationship with them to form a type of family, type of community with them because
Mm-hmm.
they appreciate what you bring and they accept you for who you are. And they'll be able,
Mm-hmm.
I have male friends that will tell me, man, that guy, when he talk to you, I hope so they consider him. Or you're for that guy, forget. Nothing, nothing. We don't already know. We know him. We don't know the scope things. And sometimes if someone is talking to me and I'm not sure and my feelings are trying to get in the way, like I'm getting clouded, I call one of them and say, hey, dude, see, oh, I get gist for you. Get this guy when you talk to me, oh, I won't hear your take on this matter. What do you think? Then sometimes the ones that are married, they'll put their wives on the line. And we will now do three-way gist. All of us will be gisting. We'll lay the guy down. I will give them the lowdown of the guy. They'll come, the guy will my friend will tell me, say, he say no from the jump. The wife will say, wait, nah, not be like that. Then the wife will now come in as a woman, now give me feminine perspective. The man will say, Bano, it's not going to work. That guy, I don't think I already. It turns out to be fun. You constantly say, man, it pays to be friendly. It pays to have a humanistic standpoint about these things because you don't know who will save you. There have been times I've had to go to the hospital and no family there around me. Now, my friend, guys, now I call. One of them carried me go hospital. One time I had to go to the emergency. It was one of them that came, that helped me out of the car, that was there for me. I mean, when I finish from work, come meet us for hospital. Because say now the wife now can't drive me go house. By that time, she don't cook, she can't go carry food from her. I mean, I'm telling you people, oh, don't underestimate if you're meeting a guy, first of all, see him as human being. Treat him like friend. Regardless of whether they toast you or not, first treat them as friend, treat them as human being. Get to know because think about I'm building a friend because you don't know why God has placed that person in your life for that particular time. People come with messages to you, either to teach you or to warn you of something ahead. I'm telling you, if you understand human nature, you will know that nobody is so bad, 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 bad that you don't have learn anything from them. Like in the bad, you are learning. In the good, they come to bless you. So you have to be able to tell when someone is coming your way, are they coming to bless you or are they coming to teach you? Now, when you discover, and then how are they coming into your life? How long are they going to be in your life? Because some of them are not going to be there forever. They might just be there for a short period of time. When they do and impact your life in the way they ought to, they move. There's some that will just be in your life and they're in the background. They are the ones that when you call them, they are like, I'm in front of your house. So these are things that we need to learn again.
Those
If
ones are
in
burden
case,
bearers. They only
I'm
show up
sorry,
when
say
you
that
really
again.
need them. I said those ones are burden bearers.
Exactly.
They
So this
only
is
show up
how,
when you need them. They're not in your
yeah,
space all the time.
exactly. They're not always there. Like you don't call them every day.
Yeah.
They're not there, every time. But those ones, they are just in the background. The day you need them, you call them, they will from
They
wherever
will
they are.
come. They will come
They
to you.
will
Yeah.
come and find you. This is my approach. I know they meet person, they say, oh, this person will come solve my problem right now. No, I go treat you as human being, kindness, love, until you show me, say you be the person I like curry or somebody that's not what I will give you all the
Alakori, alakori, alakogbe.
yeah, exactly. Then I will come say, okay, this one not water. But because the truth be say, everybody they crave some type of community. Every human being is craving it. You get people when I be friends with now, will not be Nigerians. Some of them Israel, some of them from Russia, some of them from Belarus, some of them America, Fufu Nene people, but they are like family. If sometimes I they hungry now, one of the fit come and say, have you eaten? I'm like, no, I never eat. Some of the ones when they cook, like yesterday now, the Israeli one say, have you eaten? I say no. He say, would you like something to eat? I say, what do you have? Because they sabi cook all those their Mediterranean food. Now after I beg, cook that your Mediterranean food. He say, nah, he just cooking, just remember about me now. Now he say me cook. Now I had satay chop yesterday. I chop food, I eat hummus and their crackers. I chop the thing. Take me that food, Mary. My body calm
Mhm.
down. You understand what
Oh.
I'm saying? So for me now about building community. I won't get community of friends when I feel so okay. Oh, this one are my community and my village person. I won't go see them. You don't need to marry me. Me and you don't need to friend each other. You don't need to be you who have dated him before. No. You can be, oh hi, maybe his intentions. I meet person for parking lot before for store. I just dey come out of shop. I dey park, I dey go my car. In the entire car, he see me, our eye jam, he wave me, I wave him. He dey talk because say, hey, he don't talk something, me can't respond. Because say, where are you from? I can't tell him. You say, oh my God, you guys are everywhere. He ended up turned out to be a Nigerian, but now here the Buna. Now say you too. What are you doing here? I'm tired of seeing you people. We joke, we laugh from there to tomorrow. Now my friend and a Hollywood writer, he dey write for Hollywood. Now producer for Hollywood. Person no know where life will
Look
carry
at that.
person go. You don't know who life go connect with you. If I be actress now, to say I be actress now, say okay, please, I want to be in your movie or I want to be extra. You understand you? So all these things now, so that we go take the approach of dating differently. Be intentional about building friendships. Be very intentional. Even if the guy is coming to you and say, I like you, oh my God, you look good. Ooh, look at your shape. Oh my feet. Oh my God, your hair. Oh, this one, your breast. It's okay, right? But be intentional about being friends. Then you go know at the end of the day. Neka don't drop off, huh? Obiajulu, you dey there?
I'm Coco here. I even turned on my
Ah,
camera and
okay. Be like say
started,
NECA network or something.
and it's
Oh,
kind
you're
of
welcome,
dragging.
Uju. You're welcome. Oh, now here, now because they do this life, oh, nobody know pass. You see, and when I say when they teach me, now they make me shine. I go they say, oh my head is shine. When they ask what makes us shine, say it is
But
also we take care of our
you're
own. That's
glowing
so.
positively. This is amazing.
Eh?
I say you're glowing positively. It's amazing.
Thank you. It's all about positivity, my sister. We only have one life. What's the use of negativity? Has
I don't know,
negativity ever
Joe.
increased anybody's life before?
It hasn't.
Exactly. It has never. It's
It
positive. It's not
hasn't.
life all the way. It's soft. If it's hard, I remove my hand. I beg. I not fit. Waiting strong pass ogede. I know the chop. Eh?
Okay.
Okay, you know they laugh.
Our stitches, oh God. Oh
Hanging out
no.
with positive friends and therapy is another way to heal. Thank you very much, Jeannie. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glowing. Maru, you're right about that. Mrs. Sifai say we have to focus on what a healthy relationship looks like, as well as the red.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You see what I mean? If you
Yeah.
be friend with person, you go fit tell the red flags easily. Then when you meet someone and you start dating them, your judgment is clouded because emotions are now involved. So even if there are red flags, you can't dictate. You will see them, but you cannot step up to the plate to walk away. This is why friendship is important, because once you detect the red flag, you can wash your hand because nothing lost, nothing given, nothing traded. All right, it's been real. I appreciate the time. Hasta la vista, baby. Peace out.
Deuces. Deuces.
Exactly. Deuces, you go come out. You understand? Uh-huh. I agree with Kola. Florence says, don't go into a relationship with your heart. Thank you very much, Florence. Go with
Hmm.
your head and collect data. That is it. Leave sex out of it until you are sure. Sex clouds the judgment. Absolutely. Now we just talk finish now. It
No.
does. Because when person be your friend, you go immediately you go know whether I get bad habit or not. You go say, no. You see this one, I not just this same habit, I no go fit cope with am. Abeg, na another person own. Even if people go dey see you, they will say, Obiajulu, this guy correct oh, this guy set oh, this guy fine oh, this guy handsome oh, this guy. You don't already know and finish. So you go say, oh, I hear. He handsome for another person. He fine for another person, not me. you know?
That's true. Because it's
Yay,
so weird.
Jaden's TV. Thank you. Yes, you made it. You made it. My Jaden's TV is beautiful.
I know.
Wow, Jaden's TV. You be beautiful. We get many beautiful people for here. Oh. Obiajulu self. All of them they share. And they wait when
Stop
I
it.
see
Stop it.
Celine. Respect. I say Celine. Is this new? Celine Omolomo. Sexy. Beautiful.
Susie baby.
Man, when they say bourgeois, how they take dey speak the bourgeois, na
Pushy.
selling bill. Don't
Mm.
let this YouTube fool you. Some people dey for here
Timber
when
and
they sell
caliber.
business.
You and Auntie B have timber and caliber on
Abeg,
your platform.
according to bill.
Oh my god,
Caliber.
Uncle Bio is a real G.
I'm telling you, a funny guy.
He's
See,
a
the
real
caller is
G.
right. Yeah, we're so happy to have Jaden's TV. Beautiful lady too. Yes, so Miss okay. Mario did thank Mr. Sifai. OJ say we move. Absolutely, OJ Moa, you gotta move. For translation, no, a sister. Oh, sorry, I don't know what we're saying, no, Florence, that we need to translate. Oh, Omolomo means beautiful girl, absolutely gorgeous. It's another
Oh,
way of saying she's beautiful beyond words, like Omolomo, you know, Omolomo. Yeah, I think that's what they say.
yeah.
No, it's
That
not
babe, that
one-sided.
omolomo yeah
Choshire.
means that babe
Sorry,
is a babe. Omolomo yeah. I think it
uh,
means that babe is a babe, or that
that baby
child
is
is
a
a
babe.
babe.
Yeah, Florence, that's what it means. Omolomoye means that baby is a babe. That girl is a girl. Like she's hot. She's beautiful. Okay. Toshere or Jemen. No, it's not one-sided though. We've been talking both sides. If
I
you maybe you
know.
want to catch it on replay, you will hear where it's on both sides, men and women. When you meet each other, be friends. Don't try to hold your passion in. Try to be disciplined about it. Because once you release that, once you rush it, you lose the essence of the person, you know. I
Except you
understand
just don't want to
sometimes.
be you don't want to be in it long term. I said except you don't want to be in it long term because some
Exactly.
people are so comfortable being in situationships that they don't even know what real relationships feel
Relationships
like.
are like. Exactly. You know, except you want to, you just want to hit and run, and there are places you can do that. There are people who can provide that. But if you're looking for real, authentic relationships, you want to build on friendships first.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
treat the person like a human being. So to share is
Mm-hmm.
not one-sided. It's being both sides. I don't know if you're just joining. Thank you for responding to that, JD. Yeah, and yeah, Toshere, you can come in and give us your own male perspective on it. I don't mind it. I think we're here for it. We're here to learn, by the way. So we're just talking about relationships, how we can, we need to learn certain things and certain habits that we've developed, being in relationships, and learn how to have healthier ones and improve on ourselves, help each other improve as well, you know. Yeah, so please call in and tell us that side. Hey, for life, Esther. Good afternoon. Shegun Lamide says multi dating is very important. We're polygamous in nature. Okay, I see where this guy is going. I don't have time for this.
Not them.
Um,
Not them. Oh.
so I don't have time for him. Um,
What is that guy?
Lori Rod, there's nothing like male and female. Okay. All right. I don't have time for this. Uh, Okay. Uh, exactly. So, yep, there are male and female relationships. They have to set standards from the beginning. Yep, exactly. I can speak to that, Mrs. Ifai. I have male friends. Never have I. Never. We've never not even peck, as in close to the, happen. But we're very good friends. We're like family today. Ah, okay. Oh, this one another one. Make a the block. Don't have time to be cracking. Hello, Biagulu Quenta. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We're here talking about how to improve our relationships in the village, village community, so that we can have healthy relationships, you know. I'm male and keep female friends as my reference. Thank you, JD. You see, for all the boys, I'm not even going to call them men, boys that were posting very rubbish comments, and I know you're watching this. There's a man here. I'm male and keep female friends as my reference for jobs. I also have some for basic discussion and conversation. Are you hearing that? Please, boys, listen to men and learn and grow. It will help you in the future. You are still learning. Una still dey field dey play. Hey, Ducky in the house.
Hi,
Tammy,
sweetie.
hello. Good to have you. Yes, so everyone is doing well. Mrs. Ify, I dey learn from una now. We dey teach each other. You too, you are teaching me, or your comments have taught me too. So we are teaching each other. We are all growing. We are all learning here and unlearning some of the bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
When is our August meeting? Ah, I dey
She has
think
uniform.
somebody get dating in diaspora. So for the dating live show coming up on Saturday, we will continue am as dating live show. So anybody who's interested, who wants to meet someone and wants to connect, you can still call in. Since it looks like relationship is a bigger topic for us now,
Mm-hmm.
let's just continue that. The village meeting, I will try to schedule that for Friday at some point, yeah, maybe for an hour or two. I can't stay long. Friday, Thursday or Friday, I'll schedule it and I'll send out the invites by this evening. And then we can meet up. So if you have your uniform for the August meeting, because we have not discussed the plans for August, uh please wear your uniform and bring palm wine if you have, and cola nuts, and
Oh,
bitter cola,
Jesus.
whichever one you have, bring it. We are here. We will share with each other. There's love in sharing. If it's pounded yam, bring them. Let's all be eating egusi and pounded yam and be talking about what concerns us in our village. Thank you very much, Obiajulu, for that. Yes, so keep your uniform, August uniform ready. We will come. We will make it happen. Yes, so Obiajulu is our speaker today, dropping gems.
Hi,
Celine,
Celine.
they
Hi,
clap for you.
Celine.
Celine, lomo, yeah. Celine, a
Oh, I hear
babe.
that you're hot.
My
Oh.
people, make
Anyhow.
I announce
Hot up
Celine.
and
Celine,
down.
a babe. You see this YouTube picture, it not do damage. Mona not be deceived. Celine is a bourgeoisie. Those classic babes. Those classic, all those, class. My goodness, wow, woo,
Wow.
timber and caliber. Oh. Mm.
Love it.
I'm taking notes too, oh, Florence. I am. We're all taking notes here.
Guys,
Ha.
please call in now.
Yes,
Let's talk
so
about this thing. Oh. Honestly. Because I still think there's a lot I need to learn.
yeah,
And it's only other people's experiences that can teach you some things. You can't know everything.
absolutely. You can't. Exactly. And for me, I'm always looking to learn. I'm very open to learning. I know I learn from children. I love being around children because there's so much I learn. Children are the ones uh, uh, who keep me remembering not to lose my inner child. I'm telling you, children will teach you a lot that you
Hmm.
need to know as an adult. Children are very open mind. They can greet anybody. They will even greet tree and the leaves dropping. They don't care. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if you like, you answer. If you like, you don't answer. They go, all the waka their own. They go, they play. They go smile at you. The ones when it's a bit smile, go smile. They go wave. Like yesterday, I was going for a walk and there was this baby they were pushing her in her carrier, right, in the push, whatever. And this baby was staring at me, staring at me. So I now caught her looking, and then I looked at her too. She had this beautiful smile on her
Oh
face, and
my
she
god.
waved at me.
Oh my
Meanwhile, her
god.
parents were just walking, they just ignored me. Now the baby now come make them greet me. The baby come look me, smile, wave. They say, oh, hi. That's it, yeah. Now, baby, whenever get it, they teach you now sense. Celine say people talk, but they do not communicate. Absolutely.
Mm.
Communication skill is important. See, this listening, if I tell you this my ear, wetin you don't hear. If to say ear they fall from wetin they hear, these ears for don't fall comot. When you go meet some men like this, I be woman, so I dey date. Not only men I dey date. I like men. Hmm?
Let's
So
put it out there.
make I put am out there. So this when they go dey talk like this, they go dey tell me wetin they want. This one I go dey my ear go dey heavy. But say when ear dey heavy, dey show. Inside my mind,
Mm.
I go dey say, hey God, I thought I'd heard it all. What's this one saying again? I could just suffer, gather information, keep quiet, be very, I go smile, laugh with you, everything. When I reach house, more, I go make up my mind sharp, sharp. I say, no,
I
I
just
don't
got
think this
bullet
can go
just
on
now.
further. With wetin I don hear today, Mbanu, stay your lane. It's okay. Hey, you
It's
know.
true.
Okay, we have another one here.
Snap, guys. Why do people have this impression now?
Well, guess what? People will be people. Biscuit bone, unko. Charity, I like biscuit bone. Oh. Don't use biscuit bone to don't use it to laugh. I like biscuit bone, okay? And I dey
Oh
eat
my god.
biscuit. We have to listen. Exactly. Listening is so important. I rather not talk when I'm meeting someone and I'm dating. I don't like to talk too much. I will talk. I will introduce myself, of course. And then when you're talking, I'm very intentional. I'm listening to you. Every word, I'm taking it in. I'm smiling. I'm like, that is so interesting. I like to hear you talk. Oh my God. I they flatter you. I they throw jokes in between. Mrs. If I mentioned that earlier, you go use joke, take collect information. You go use laugh, take collect information when you need to collect. When you collect and finish, you go if your cheeks don't dey pain you, go use warm water with towel, take press the cheek from all the all the smell when you smell.
The smiling continues.
Yes, exactly. You say you enjoy village meeting. No worries, coming up by Friday at most. I go don schedule am, but today I go try schedule am. Okay. I thought so. I could say Neck, I just come out. But thank you for what you
Oh,
shared with us, Neck. I really appreciate that because it's very good to hear from someone who's married, people that are married. It's important to have their
definitely.
take
It's important
also.
to talk to them about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they'll be able to point certain things out that you, as a single person, are not even considering. Like Ineka shared with us, looking back, what she could have done differently. This is
Mm-hmm.
something that, as a single person, you want to take and hold on to. And so I
And
heard this thing.
how your values must align, because that also is very
Exactly,
important.
exactly. I appreciate you a lot, so Neka. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Neka.
you for being vulnerable and sharing it because see Nigerians, most people know they talk secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Neka na Nigerian and see how she can't take share with us freely. No, nothing hidden. I appreciate her more, Neka. Thank you. You be real sister. You be real village sister.
Oh man, this
Honestly.
thing this thing she said is real, because I met someone and guess what he said to me? Oh, every child he has must go and live in Nigeria in his village for 3 years. Now they look around and say, who's speaking? In my mind, I was like, what? 3 years in the village. Village when I not live.
Exactly. Who
No
go dey take
offense.
care of them?
No
Wetin dem go dey
offense
chop?
to
If they're
no
sick, nko?
no offense to the
Hospital not dey
village,
village o.
but yo, not at all.
Hmm.
3 years. Yeah.
Wetin dey happen for the village? Why must they go to the village?
I don't know. I don't know.
Abeg hello Tolu's diary, welcome. Celine says the fact that you know your name doesn't mean you know yourself. Wow, Celine again with the wisdom.
Sterling, no,
Hey,
this
know
scholarly
yourself so
wisdom.
that when you meet a strange man, you will know immediate. Hey,
Hmm,
abeg make we fair rest for that one when she just drop.
I get to sip
Abeg
something,
moment of
please.
silence first. Make I first let that one sink in.
And I need to sip something just to push it down. God, wow. Okay.
Celine, make I read am again. The
Mm-mm.
fact that you know your name doesn't mean you know yourself. Know yourself so that when you meet a strange man, you will know it. Make I leave this comment for you. Make the rest.
Wait, I don't screen grab. I'm just.
I never screen grab am. I no take am. I
Ah.
wan leave am for there.
Hmm.
This one deep.
Get
e get
layers.
deep, bottom butt deep, na im be this.
You get
Deep
layers.
collet unto deep, na im be this.
Uh-uh.
Hey, see word. We are in the midst of we are in the midst of how they say they talk am now.
Scholars, now scholars for this place.
I'm telling you,
Scholars, and they tell you, you just not know. You need to see the comment section on a normal day. You understand what I'm saying. Scholars, nice for this place.
see wisdom, bomb. This one a bomb. Hey, thank you, Celine. Make I read this comment again. I beg no verse. Make I not vex for me for comment section. The fact that you know your name does not mean you know yourself. Know yourself so that when you meet a strange
Strange
man,
man,
you
you
will
know
know
immediately.
immediately. Isn't that the truth? Do you know I can tell a strange man from a mile away?
Of
You don't have
course.
to say too much. I already know. This is what it means when you know yourself. You know what you like, what you not like. You know as you need to know yourself, Rich, and then connect. As long as you are connected to your source, it go dey reveal things to you. You go dey know immediately. You go dey know. Lesekese, no wasting of time. Celine, thank you. Oh, I no fit thank you enough. Oh, this thank you no reach for the word when you dey drop. E no reach. Yes, so Jeannie's daughter. Hey, I be Jeannie. Hey,
Soft life
top
gang
five gang. Hey, yes, I cannot come and
in the
kill me.
building.
Exactly. We cannot. Oh, soft life all the way. I beg. I can't shout. My voice soft. I know they like shout. So I beg.
Oh
Mm. Queen J say Pastor Shola said yesterday on Obodo Yibo TV that he saw what a positive relationship looks like from his
my god.
positive friends, and he wanted his own relationship to be
To be
like
like
that.
that.
Yes.
You need to
Most
mirror
times,
what you
some of
see.
these men surround themselves with wrong people
Yeah.
that influence them in wrong ways, and they think that that's how life is supposed to be. Look at the man now who is enjoying his marriage. Who is the one enjoying? The man is at home enjoying living his life happily with his wife and his children. You know, this is a man that came to say, and he's a Nigerian man. No need I say that. He's an African man. No, so they won't say all African men are like that. They are not all like that. We saw an example yesterday. Most of them are quiet. That's why you don't hear them. They are busy loving on their families. They don't have time to be showing themselves. It is the loudest ones, the ones that don't have anything to prove. Those are the ones people will hear. Or the gbogbo red pill them.
This is true.
Yeah? Now you go to hear. Tolu says both parties need to come into the relationship as whole people. See, knowing yourself, your beliefs, and what you stand for, what you would take and cannot. I hope say we dey take note oh, because me dey take mental. Me, I fit watch this video over and over again. Make I collect information. Eh?
Thank you, Toulouse Diary.
Don't carry old baggage. Don't carry baggage from old relationships into a new one. This is why healing is important when you get out of a relationship. Because if you don't heal from that one, when you get into the next one, you'll be comparing. You'll be punishing the new one for the sins of the
That's
old
why I
one.
told you that the new one will now get 2 strikes. He hasn't even done anything.
Exactly.
They don't collect.
Exactly. Go collect woto.
What?
You go collect woto on top wetin you don't know.
They will collect for no reason.
I'm telling you. Celine say if you find yourself struggling to be another person to satisfy someone, you are on the wrong track. You're in a long thing. You're trying, you find yourself struggling to be another. It happens, Obiadu. I know
Yes,
some people don't know
no.
this one. People doing it, they pretend to be something else just to be with someone.
I don't tell you it's a relationship now like Game of Thrones. You pull out your own weapon. Everybody know it in their hold. Everyone is acting now. Everyone. it's so strange. I don't know. I don't know how do people look at themselves in the mirror, to be honest. Like when you're playing the part of somebody else, somebody you are not,
Mm-hmm.
just because you want to be with someone. It's happening every day.
Those ones don't know. They don't. They're playing a role. They're
Yeah,
playing a photocopy, not an original. And
yeah,
if you're an original, you don't want to even be caught up in that.
exactly. You have no time.
Mm-mm.
You know that you are enough. That's what it is.
Exactly. Enough, and you walk away because you know it's not going to bring any joy to you. Temiti says that Soji guy was chatting funny in the comment section when Pastor Shola was talking yesterday. He said, "Shay, we should all now be Oyibo." Oh, really? That's the only thing he could. I think that he's becoming a nuisance right now.
It's the mindset now. It's
It's
the
his
mindset.
mindset. He's becoming a nuisance. Unfortunately, maybe down the line, some of these words will drop into his spirit and he will change him for the better because that one now go marry people for house. So, hmm.
If you never even put person picking as hostage now.
Exactly.
Because a hostage you get.
Hey. Eh? Mm. Hey, Timmy T. My best friend is a guy and he has been you see what they talk? They will say men and women can be friends. It's
That's
not
why you're
true.
like this, Celine.
Eh?
That's why she's like this, because she's getting the
Yeah,
best of both worlds.
exactly.
That's why she's balanced in the way she thinks.
Yes. You can see that exactly. Because you can be friends with a guy. I want to some of my best friends are guys. I don't get it when they say friends and men and women can be friends. That's not my experience. I'm friends with guys. It's not been my experience. Matter of fact, do you know how I started YouTube? It was one of my best friends that told me to start. A guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you have a lot to share. Why don't you just start small? I'm like, I beg, I did. It's like you never know. Just even Instagram. It was one of my best friends as a guy that told me, that pushed me into it. I'm telling you,
See, positive impact in your
the
life.
positive impact. And when I started it, he will like everything. Whether the thing makes sense, it don't make sense. So you go like and start. I'm
Gang,
telling you.
gang, gang.
You go like everything, like you go say, I saw that your video. What you said made sense. Keep at it, girl. Another one, that's the video they land. My friend don't like her. I'm telling you. He was one of the people that kept inspiring me.
Yeah,
When he now started seeing the
exactly.
growth, he was so happy. If you say, you're able to say, now he get her. He can't they happy, now he can't they happy past me.
Oh, that's positive friendship. Oh.
Exactly.
No
You know?
competition. He loves the way you are you, and he encourages you to be you.
Exactly.
That's all we should all aspire to have, because some people don't understand. They don't understand.
They can't understand. Some of them, they
They
are
don't
brave.
understand.
Some people refuse to grow. Some people are just content. They don't want to grow. And then they remain there and life just passes by and they still remain there. That's what happens. Some people become archaic where they are.
Do you know what's even annoying about those kind of people? Because they've been in one spot for so long, they've grown roots, and then they now have excuses for the reason why they are there and have grown roots.
Exactly.
Do you see?
Exactly. For life, Esther say August meeting uniform is white and red.
Oh my god.
People they come on, okay, Mona choose uniform. Mona choose who like white and red for village meeting. August village meeting. Make una choose color. For life, Esther say na white and red she want. Mona tell
This
me which color na want. For
this
comment
white
section, whether I will go buy new outfit because of una now, I don't know.
this white and red, they give me throwback to home video, to Nollywood. I know you like all these guys.
You
No,
see,
no, no,
guys' best
no,
friends
no,
are
no.
loyal to the core. Absolutely. Has been
Yes,
my
I
experience.
agree with you, Celine, because
Loyal to the core. They
I
will
have
stick with
so many.
you through thick and I've experienced it and I continue to. And I tell you, it's been when I was moving, it was my guy friends that helped me move.
Oh yeah, I've moved
Now
to a
they
new
helped me set
country.
up my electronics, everything.
I moved to a new country. Imagine I had to leave my whole life and move to a new country to do stuff. It is my male friends in other countries that have brought the people that are around me right now. Like they're like, okay, have you arrived? Okay, take this person's number, call him. Take this person's
Exactly.
number, call her. Tell her I gave you her number. Gave you her number. Do you know? Like they are the ones trying to fix me in the midst of people that would shield me, that will protect me in a way. Because it gets really lonely when you're in a different country, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to plant people around me to make sure that, okay, just check on her, make sure she's okay. If guy friends are doing this, female friends are in Nigeria feeling doing what they are doing. The male friends are moving around and saying, okay, you know what, you need to succeed in this place that you are.
Yeah,
So it works, it works, it
it
works, it
does.
works. And there's no
It
sex
absolutely
involved.
does.
Contrary to
Jerry,
what some
say
people
thank
think.
you so much. Omoye, you're so beautiful too. Oh, thank you. I'm
See?
blushing. My head is swelling. Eh? Honestly, you ladies are giving out real gems. Women, let us start the way we want to go, going with goals, but honestly, vet. Absolutely.
I
Vet.
agree.
You gotta vet, man. Going with goals, yes, absolutely. I'm telling you, Celine dey hide her goodies oh. Omo yẹn, Celine, I say it again, you will not escape me. Omo na bourgeoisie, you know they call bourgeoisie, all those bourgeois, big word, bourgeoisie, all those big people. Na im Celine be, more na watch out for Celine. Celine, I'm looking at you.
Salim, they watch you
Eh,
in 4K.
yeah. Yeah, Timothy has big energy.
She
I love
does.
Timothy is my sister. She's my sister already. I mean, in my head, when I'm talking Timothy, his sister, I'm thinking. Mm. Florence says, don't believe every word. Words should match
Mm,
actions. When someone is
facts.
telling or showing you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
You can't change no one.
Well said, Florence.
Absolutely. When people
Well
show you who they
said.
are, believe them. Don't try to
Ah,
explain it away.
don't try to
Absolutely.
understand. Just as they said, you just take it.
Exactly. You know. Timothy says, I've not been lucky with keeping men as close friends. Catching feelings must be involved from their end. Now, online friendship, I dey do. But Timothy, you don't marry, so you don't need any male friends. You don't need them, Timothy. You are not involved in this matter.
You know what? It's only nice people that people catch feelings for.
Yeah,
It's because you're nice. You're probably motherly. Like maybe you're
yeah,
homely. Maybe you give advice. Men they quick fall for those kind of people.
yes. Yeah, but it depends on the type of men too, though. It depends
Okay,
on the
well,
type of na
let
man.
me
Man
rephrase.
dey quick
Some
catching in
men,
na person wey no really get control over himself. Oh.
some men they fall for that kind of thing.
Yeah, na true, sha, na true. Yes, so
More comments, please.
and then how do you call in Jaden? Oh, absolutely. Let me share my link.
Jaden,
I
come
beg.
in.
Yes, I beg. Obiajulo not clap. That not mean say you dey comot oh. All that clapping.
Hey, Jesus.
Na here you dey. Na me and you today. You know you
Oh,
not
wait,
come.
now I'm on
You not come show your
stage.
face. You don't know who they look you now. You don't know who go
See,
see you.
oh,
Eh?
ma tell you true. I'm supposed to be reading at this point in time. See me see live show.
You for sure you will go. You know, dress. Come show your maybe, but you know you
Oh,
never
my,
know.
another day. Not be
Another day, make
today.
sure say you come correct oh. Not your come just do
No
this thing.
worry
Be like say I
now.
will put strict this thing. Now, if you want calling, you must show your face.
When let me say we no call again now. You know how many things people they do for background.
Okay. Oh.
Some people feel they cook. Some people feel they cook.
Eh?
Some people feel they cook. You can tell.
Well, not true. Some people they cook. No, I understand. I understand. I get it. I get it. Now, okay, Mrs. Ifai say, so Jaden Stevie, I've shared my link. Oh, please come in. I'd like to hear from you. Mrs. Ifai say we have observed and we have to observe and listen more and speak
Mm-hmm.
less because sometimes people just pretend to please us. I agree, 100%. I
If
don't
you're
post link
acting,
again, no. Temi T, JD's TV. I been on calling, no. I don't
he's
share link
calling,
again.
guys. Calling. Come
Mona
and join
calling,
the
Mona
guys'
they falling, Mona they
conversation.
falling, Mona they fall. Yay! Ducky in the house. Yay!
Hello,
Hi,
ladies in the
Serenity, good
house.
to see you. Good to hear you. I don't know. I don't want to know tone her face. Eh?
It's quite late here. Calling from the Queen's place, so it's quite late. It's almost 9 p.m. here. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, just in my bed. So, I'm actually coming to hype Celine. But first of all,
Oh,
let me
please
just.
hype away. Celine, no more, yeah. I say it again. Whoa, when I see Celine, I take a bow. I say,
Oh,
bourgeoisie,
really?
eh?
Yes, so
Oh, like I'm a
The
stalker for very
beautiful,
classy ladies.
beautiful
Like,
woman, man.
Celine Empire, you need to show your face, girl. We need to see that chocolate beauty, yeah.
hey
Season
Jesus.
chocolate, caramel. Mm,
And good job,
mochaccino,
Obiajibu.
mocha.
I
When
don't
they add
understand
milk.
you since like I've been enjoying your summations. Like, yeah, you're giving it. And don't worry, let this babe go read now. What's up? No go let me. Make she says she won't go read.
Tell me to take over now.
Ah,
Well,
baby, I want sleep.
Obiajulu.
It's
Oh,
ca-
Obiajulu,
you're
okay, you
sleeping
can go.
now.
I understand it's late and I know that this was not
I love
planned.
your
So
boy, and
that's
you
okay.
know
You
this.
don't really try for me where. So before you go, may I first give you your flowers? Thank you very, very much. You've been here as soon as the live came on, you joined and you've been sharing, you've shared some gems on here. And thanks for you called it a rant, but it was necessary for conversation. So now you even really help us carry, bring this conversation home. So thank you so much. I beg. We go see for village meeting. Oh, Mona decide which color
Definitely.
now one way for
Oh
village
yeah, put
meeting.
on for time when everybody fear attend. You know that last one, I had to come and join at what time? What time was it? Like
Which time
4
I put
a.m.
up the last time?
Then at 2 a.m. or before a.m. I just turned myself for
Okay, when
bed.
you wake up, I remember. Okay, I no go put them. I will put them this time. This time. Between Thursday, but I go only fit do an hour or an hour and a
Definitely.
half.
That's fine. Thank you,
Okay,
Timothy.
all
Oh
right.
yeah, God bless you. I love you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You too.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. I love you. I
I
appreciate
love you
you.
too. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right, then.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Timothy.
Bye, 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 Abby, bye, girl. And sorry, Amoy. I joined a bit late, so I couldn't really catch what you guys were discussing. It almost seemed
Oh,
like you were talking about a couple of things, different things here and there.
yeah.
So, do you want to give me a quick recap? Just so,
Absolutely. No, we're talking about, what type of relationship. We're just talking generally about relationships between men and women, and we're sharing like tips on, what to look out for if you're going out. Like I am of the opinion that I'm a humanist, so I respect people from
mm,
the jump and I allow people be themselves. I will create
yeah,
humor. I will make things comfortable for you so you can express yourself freely because that's how I've
mm,
been able to find out that okay, I'm not a good fit for this person, or this
mm,
person is not a good fit for me. I don't pretend. I am come as you are type of person. What you see is
yeah,
what you get. So because I know how I am, I also approach it that way. So I always pursue friendship from the jump. I'm not,
good.
I don't meet a guy and say, oh, I will marry him. No, I want to be your friend. I want to know you, the kind of person you are. Then, even if I have those feelings, because let me respond to this, because I'm sure some people will be saying, but if you meet someone, you might be excited and all of that.
Yeah, you
I
could
put
meet
it
a
in
guy that could
control.
sweep you off your feet.
I control myself. Even though I have those, I control it. I'm like, I pretend like I
That's
don't have
good.
it, but it's there because I just feel like it defeats its purpose. I want to
Yeah,
know the essence of who you are because if I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with you, I don't want to just go in with my eyes closed. It has to be open. So that's what we're talking
mm,
from. And then Celine was dropping heavy
dropping gems.
wisdom.
Oh, I saw all the beautiful stuff that she
Obiajude,
was. Yeah.
Mystify, Neka came on. She shared, she's
Mm,
married, and she was saying, looking back, these are the types of decisions she could have made. So it was really good to hear. all those
Yeah.
different voice points of views. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. I'll just say, all the things you guys have said are quite valid. But also at the same time, it could be different things for different people. And
Mhm.
I'll just advise people, just you can pick things here and then, just find whatever works best for you. For me, like back then when I met Hobby, it was almost like we went for a date. Like it was like a party organized by like an association called
Right.
Association of Resident Doctors. Yeah, so he was just like my date, and then I was just coming out of an abusive relationship. And then people were now telling him things like how she was dating this person before and all that. So yeah, so I, of course, like what you said, come correct. That's very important. Don't hide anything, because trust me, that all those typical Nollywood things that another female will go and backbite, talk about you
Yeah.
behind. Yeah, that thing happened to me classically, like classical.
Wow.
Yes. So because that my ex, he was he was a narcissist, though he never hit me physically, but emotional abuse and all of that. Because
Hmm.
no one if he hit me physically, that one no go happen. They know the kind of people they do it to.
Right.
Yeah, no, you can't try it. So yeah, but he was able to get around through other means here and there. So and then he also, funny enough, my very long term relationships have always been with Edo guys. I don't know.
Oh, really?
So
Well,
yeah,
hey,
I
your
ended up
family.
marrying one. So yeah, so I remember. So there was this other girl that we had met just a few months after, because we had started our internship. So then I just opened up to her to say, this guy, I don't really I don't think we're compatible, with all the things going on. I don't think I want to go ahead. But there was also the thing about family, because it was from a kind of royal home. Are you a Sako or you're Isha? Someone,
Amisha.
yeah, Isha. So he's a Sako.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Mo.
even started learning the language stuff. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh,
So the way they greet is Mo. I know Mo.
Mo, yeah, mo, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, with all of that, so I just spoke to the other girl to also. She's from that area, so I just spoke to her and said, because I'm from Ogun State, there were other family issues in there. So I said, with all the family, and even I don't see myself getting married to this person, or even if you get married, I'm sure I'm going to divorce at some point. So it doesn't make sense, when you just want to speak to someone and get like a third person perspective, and so coming from there. And she was like, oh, if the family, they are kind of some members of the family are kicking off, don't worry, it's not going to work. Do you understand? I said, yeah, of
Mhm.
course, good riddance to bad rubbish. Yeah. So now my husband, he now knew my husband first before I knew my husband. So when
Hmm.
I knew my husband, and then we had started, like, okay, I was like, give me some time, give me about 3 months, let me just sort out whatever entanglement I was in, and then I'll be fully open to you. So when he now met this other babe, he had known her before he knew me, just like friendship level with her. So
Hmm.
the day she now saw both of us, he now said, babes, how far? Me and Timmy, we don't, we're vibing and all that. And because we're in our house, we just walk we're in our own apartment. So I just said, I wanted to go and wee. That classical Nollywood thing. I'm telling you, classical. I went to the toilet to pee, and within those 2 minutes or 3 minutes, she was telling him that I was playing him. That was in a serious relationship, a
No
long time
kidding.
relationship. Yes, classical.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, girl. Like, trust me, classical. That I was just playing with him and all that I was in a serious relationship and all that. He wouldn't go anywhere. So he didn't tell me immediately. So he now told me like a week after. And he said, "Oh, he didn't want me to act up." I said, "Of course, now she's Sabi now, that kind of thing, And then he was just laughing because he already knew everything. You see, so yeah, relationship wise, as I know some people want to hide their relationships from females. I don't blame them. Sincerely, I don't judge them. Just do what works best for you. Always learn forums like this, everywhere. Learn as much. Someone mentioned communication in the chat box.
Right.
that's, yeah, I'll say that's the bane of everything. By the time you even get that man of your dreams, you know, marriage is not a bed of roses either. But with communication, good communication, you guys will pull through fine. That's just what I wanted to put out there. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And Florence actually said the same thing. Like most humans have communication problem,
Yeah.
especially African community. We have refused to learn effective communication skills. Hence the reason most marriages are failing. There's a lot of truth to that, you
Yeah.
know, because we have
Definitely.
that same old mindset of,
Yeah.
the woman doesn't say anything, the man says, even
Yes.
if you are deleting slowly, you will keep
Yeah,
quiet.
so communication on both sides. You, the man, you
Yeah.
can't speak to a woman anyhow. This is a woman. This is someone of substance. Do you understand? You're not gonna
Hmm.
speak to me anyhow. Do you know how? We you are you are married to someone that's valuable. This is very, when you guys have kids, the mother of your children. So
Right.
you have to speak to people in a sensible way. So I think communication is very important. Like what we've said, if you've got an issue, just relax. If you know that you're at that point, you might say things that you wouldn't really mean. I'd just say,
Hmm.
just chill for a while and sit back and try and just breathe. Let,
Right.
let it pass maybe for a couple of minutes, or if you need an hour, or you just want to take a stroll. Just do whatever would let you de-escalate the situation. And then when you come back, then you look at the main points. When you guys are talking, please don't bring in other stuff into it.
Hmm.
Focus on the topic, the main thing you guys are talking about. Oh, I didn't like the way you spoke to me. I thought you were a bit, a bit rude to me. So stick to that. Don't say, oh, that's how you did yesterday. No. And even if he's trying to deviate, just say, you know what, we need to. If he's trying to gaslight you, don't.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm very good at that. I don't allow anyone to gaslight me. No, I'm gonna stick to that thing and say, if you like bring issues, oh no, I'm not gonna be sweet. So that's a very good communication skill. So try to stay on topic. Don't let anyone derail you, because that's the problem. Usually when they do and you say something, I say this, and then the whole thing goes to flames. So,
Right.
but life
That's
gets,
true.
yeah,
That's true. Life has its way of
exactly.
yeah, teaching you anyway. And you just nailed it. The key is to educate yourself, learn as much as you can. Nobody knows it all, but when you have the opportunity to like learn from other people, it's the
Yeah,
best way to go. So that way you can be 10 steps ahead, 5 steps
yeah,
ahead. You never know,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
make better decisions for yourself, you
Yes.
know.
So I
So
keep telling some of my friends who are males that are not yet married, I'm like, you need guys need to be well behaved, because there's no woman that will take your shit. No woman will marry you. Oh, now so nobody go marry you with this kind of way they talk. No, now
exactly.
ladies would rather stay single, and I'm offering, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than
And,
taking
and,
bougie
and
for.
that's the problem, so let me ask you one question, Timothy.
Yeah,
So have you found, I have found I have found that a lot of times most men, they're the ones not even wanting to make the effort to improve themselves. Women want to improve, and you can see it. Women do the work.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like for me,
yeah.
I found, because I have friends that are married and I
Mm,
have friends that are single on both sides, men
mm,
and guys, right? But
mm,
the women are working on themselves. The men don't. They just want to stay. And sometimes I'm one, and then I have a friend, a single friend who comes to me, it's difficult finding a girl. I'm like, there are things you need to work on yourself. We know you.
mm.
There's no woman, even if you marry today, you're going to be divorced tomorrow. You found that, is that the case? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Rightfully so. Yeah, absolutely. What you said. Um, I think the main thing, it's just like a shock to them, like what Pastor Shola said yesterday. It's like a shock, sudden paradigm shift, like, what's
right.
happening? All these ladies are so by the time they don't find females, they'll
Mm,
have to change. They also will start opening platforms, and they'll be talking to themselves. They will, gradually they'll be changing their mindset and all that. Yeah, they wouldn't have any other option. So
right.
yeah, I think with time they're also going to change, because now the ladies are saying no. I'd rather stay single than
Yeah.
be under your shit.
Yeah,
So
because you're not a good leader.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me use
yeah.
the opportunity to welcome Timothy. Please stay with us for a little bit,
All
unless you
right.
have to go right now. I don't want to hold you, but
Yeah.
I really
No,
like for you to
let
stay.
me hang around for my sister.
Okay, yay! Dated TV, yay! Beautiful, beautiful lady, beautiful. This your picture is beautiful. Welcome to my
Hi,
channel.
Omoye. Thank you so much, Omoye. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm really delighted to be here.
I'm
Thank you
happy
for the
that you made it on
opportunity.
live. Yes.
Yes, I did. I stumbled on your live. I wasn't aware, so I didn't set
Right.
up the
I
reminder,
said
but
it
when I
today.
saw it,
Yeah, I scheduled it
okay, I
today.
see.
That's why.
I
Sorry
see.
about that.
No, not at all. You're doing really well. I don't know if you remember, I sent you some text messages a while ago when I listened to you. It was your contribution on Obodo Ibo TV.
Uh-huh.
There was one particular day you were really passionate about something. I can't remember now what the
Right.
conversation was. But after listening to you, I said, wow, this woman is endowed with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. These things don't come with age. You are just blessed. And I believe you're just starting. The sky is going to be your limit, as we say. So congratulations, you're
Thank
doing
you
really
very
well.
much. I really appreciate those words. They mean a lot because when you're starting, you really don't know
I know,
how people will
I know.
receive you, how they'll
Of course.
perceive you. So trust me. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it.
No, you're doing well. Okay, so back to the conversation. I'm going to share my 2 cents. Yeah, that's how we
Okay.
say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you've had a lot of wonderful contributions from different callers up
Right.
until the time. I know I've listened in now for over 40 minutes, I believe. So, and I've heard really, really valuable comments. I've taken some of them on board. I don't want to be
Mm,
repetitive, but there are a few things I feel like mentioning. First of all, is that I don't think it's a problem particular to women in Africa. I
okay.
think it goes above and beyond that geographical setting, but I see it predominantly amongst our people.
Right.
We have a lot of misconceptions around relationships, and I believe that's usually the foundation of our problem.
Mm,
Myself, I always reference myself when I'm talking about self-development and self,
right.
growth. We have a lot of fundamental problems when it comes to relationships. We
Mm,
go into relationships for the wrong reason to begin with. And this is why I said a lot of people have talked about this, but in a different way. I'll
right.
give you an example. When a woman sees a man on the road and that man begins to show interest in her, this woman gets excited, goes
Mm-hmm.
home, and begins to imagine all sorts of things in her head. Now, this woman is visualizing a wedding dress. This woman is
Mm-hmm.
visualizing. Meanwhile, this man that had just spoken to you may have just been released from prison the day before.
Mm,
Not saying people cannot change, but the point I'm trying to make here is that when we see people, yes, there's this natural euphoria when you're getting to know people, but
mm,
we women, we get carried away easily
mm,
and we cloud our judgment because we're so excited. We're already thinking long term. Not every relationship will get to long term. Some
mm,
people are here in our lives, just like you already said earlier, to
mm,
teach us, to help us understand a little bit more about life and about ourselves,
mm,
you know. So you can't run into a stranger, a complete stranger. Omoye, if you go to a bank in this part of the world to ask for a loan, they are meeting you for the first time. They have
mm,
to do due diligence on you. They ask you for your name, your date of birth, your country of origin, your nationality, what you have done, and they go above and beyond to ask for your reference, going back to sometimes 10 years. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they do a DBS check on you because they
Mm-hmm.
want to establish who you are. So I think if we pay attention to knowing people better before we start putting on all those hats, it would help us vet. You remember I had talked about this in my message. So we don't vet, we get carried away. And the
Yeah.
moment you mix emotion with that initial stage of vetting, you're likely going to be misguided. So most of our women, especially women from African descent, we always think we are not complete. We always think we have a disability. We always think until you have a man tagged to you or to your name, you are inadequate, and that is wrong.
Yes.
We need to love ourselves first. We need to develop. Omoye, we came to this world alone. That is our
Yeah.
default position. And think about it. When you die, you don't even go with all those achievements. You're being buried alone. So
Yes.
our initial position in life is to be alone. But I'm sorry to say, so many of our women dread being alone. It's almost
Mm.
like it's a taboo, you know. I love relationships. If you have seen some of my videos, I believe women should complement their men. I believe women should be loved and catered for, and vice versa. But I don't think you have a problem as a woman if you're single. Our women are so desperate. And when we are
Yeah.
desperate again, it clouds our judgment. I
Mm-hmm.
went on a date with someone a while ago now. This man, I met him, that was our first date. The first 15 minutes of our conversation, he talked about the ex wife, how everything in this world, everything wrong in this world was this woman's fault. How
Mm.
this woman did X, Y, Z. This was a first date. Oh my, that was a first red flag for me. I
Yes.
ran away.
Mm-hmm.
I ran away. The reason is because this man did not take any accountability of the breakdown of his relationship. Because you and I know
Absolutely.
that it takes two to tango and no one is a saint.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we see these red flags. That's my next point, actually. But we make excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Angelou said that when people show you who they are, you need to believe them. Don't
Mm.
make excuses. When a man is inviting you for a first date and he doesn't care how I'm getting there, he doesn't care, what I want in terms
Mm-hmm.
of what type of restaurant would you want to go to. This man just goes away and gives you random, is a red flag. It means he does not pay attention to your needs. Oh, yeah, I don't care
Absolutely.
if you're 50. Run
Mm-hmm.
away because this is a first red flag. The same thing will continue. And don't go into any relationship thinking you're going to change anybody. People don't
Mm-mm.
change.
Mm-mm.
If anything, people get worse as they get relaxed and comfortable in relationships, you know? So I don't know if I've managed to articulate my thoughts. Um,
Absolutely, 100%. Are you serious? You know, say as we quiet, you were dropping from a different
uh,
angle. You know,
okay,
it's
okay.
always good to hear from, this is why I
Mm,
love live shows, to be honest. It's the
yes, yes.
interactive nature of it. Once I started live shows, I could not undo it anymore. I was like, this is it. This is my thing here. All those videos that you just do solo, it's not really my thing. Live, I love the interactive section because it gives you the opportunity to hear from everyone's perspective, even though there's similarities in the point, but you hear from an angle that you've not even considered. Some of the points you raised now, like, yes, it is a fact. Our women are raised to say, to be married. If you're not married,
Mm,
you're nothing. So this is why
mm,
people are desperate. So if any man comes to them, they're already thinking marriage already. They already say, oh, this is the man. No, you're already thinking about the hall you're going to use for the wedding, how many bridesmaids, how your children will look like, the house. You've not even considered whether this person you're dealing with is a human being, first of all. This is what happens. And you already said it. Like when you're desperate, you make wrong decisions because you're making decisions based on emotions, based on, oh, I need to have it now. And if you want now, you always have now, you know? So your points are absolutely correct. You just nailed it, but from a
Thank
different
you.
angle. Yeah, completely. And it's refreshing to hear, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're all relational human beings. And for me, I be human. Just be human. Treat anybody like a human being. Treat people like a human being until they give you a reason not to treat them like human beings. Because if it's going to happen, it will happen naturally, organically, as it should. If it's not going to happen, and I am one of those who believe not everybody's going to get married. With all this one, we did talk. Not everybody's going to get married. It's a fact. And there are people who are intentionally saying that they don't want to get married or have kids. There's nothing wrong with that because they know what their own struggle is. We don't know what their struggle is. But if you have the desire to be partnered and you don't meet the right person, does that mean you should go and be with someone who's going to abuse and suck the life out of you? No, you wait, you know. So I think the first and important thing for us as human beings to learn is that our purpose is the number one thing that we should first of all be running with. Every other thing comes on the back of that. Because if you're not doing your purpose, right, you will not be correctly aligned in the first place. That means your chances of even meeting the so-called right person or right people, right? Because I don't believe there's one person for one person. I don't believe all of that, right? Because things happen. But you won't even be correctly aligned to connect with those people because they're part of your purpose. So we always miss that point. They don't talk about it enough. They don't tell us enough about it. Your purpose is the number one that you should be running with. There's a job that you have been given from wherever you came from, right? If you believe in God, from God created you with a purpose. You have a solution to the world's problem. What is that solution that you have, and what are you doing with it? Everything else that's going to come along in your life is going to come on the back of that purpose. It's not going to come before. It's not going to come before. Some people get it early, some people don't. It's just life. So I really appreciate your points, Jaden Stevie. Greatly appreciate. I'm going to follow you. I don't think I'm following you. I'm going to follow you.
Thank
I
you,
really,
Omoye.
yeah, I
Thank
really,
you.
really
And
appreciate your interest.
yeah,
Go
I've
ahead.
recently actually talked about self-love. I didn't even know this is what we'll be
Oh,
talking about
really? On
today.
your channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Yeah, on
join
my
you.
channel, I'm doing a new series on self-love. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. May
Thank
we
you,
see that
Omoye. I
one.
really
Oh.
appreciate.
I'm gonna learn from you. I'm gonna join your
Hmm.
channel after this live, and I'm gonna learn from you because
Thank you.
we all
Thank you.
need it. We all need to go
Appreciate
and
it.
do better.
We
If
need
we're
each
going
other.
to
Yes.
if we're going to build, if we're looking to build the future we desire for our children to be healthier and have healthy relationships
Mm-hmm.
and live healthy and fulfilled lives, we need to do the work, right? We need to start laying the foundation for the
I
type of
agree.
society we want to see. It starts with us, it starts with you, it starts with me. So we're all in it together. All of us need to work. So
Absolutely.
everybody, hand day side sand right now. Thank you very much, Jaden Stevie. I appreciate you. Please join us again. You are
My
beautiful,
pleasure.
absolutely gorgeous
I will.
woman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you too, Omoye. You're equally a stunner. Thank you.
Thank
That's really
you.
kind of you. I
Thank you very
appreciate.
much.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
leave you ladies to carry on. But anytime I see your schedule, I would like to come in and join you if I can. Yeah.
Absolutely. I will put out, we're going to have village meetings soon. They are deciding colors.
Okay.
They have not made up their mind. So
No worries.
I'm going to send out the invites before the end of the day today so everybody will be aware and at least have their notification bells on. So, yeah.
All right, Omoye.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
very
much
much.
for having me.
Same here. Thanks for
Okay.
joining us. I appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Bye.
Hello, Sister Uju. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you joining my live.
You
Yay!
are welcome. Thank you so much.
Sister
Thank you for all
Uju,
you
I
do.
just want to greet you specially too. Good to have you
Hi.
here.
Hi, guys. I'm glad to be here. I just saw the topic, anything about relationship, I did.
Yes.
I just thought,
Yes, so we be
yeah.
relational human beings now. We must learn them.
Exactly.
Yes.
So my 2 cents is I think I read a comment and many people wrote communication. Yes, very important in a relationship. Communication, communication, communication. Communication is a two-way, traffic. You talk,
Right.
I listen. You talk, I talk, you listen.
Yes.
Sometimes people think that communication is, oh, let me tell him or let me tell her exactly how I feel, without allowing the person to say back exactly how she feels. You talk, I give my feedback. I talk, I give you give your a feedback too. So communication in marriage, I can never overemphasize on that, because you need to talk in order to
Mm-hmm.
understand and know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I got engaged years and years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I thought my husband was just like old school, because he was big into communication. He was
Right.
like, I felt that, oh, I'm engaged. Oh, everything is Lula land, fairy land. Oh, love. All I need to hear from you is you love me. I love you. You kiss me. You see? But he was more into what, where do you think you want to be in 5 years from now?
Mm.
What plans do you have for the future? What
Mm.
do you want to do or want to be? Because I was in Nigeria. He came back for a visit. We met, we got engaged. So he wanted all that. And I'm
Right.
like, see this man, no. Because everybody, I see my friends getting engaged, all they show off, oh, love, love. But this man wanted more.
Right.
And to me, I was confused. I said, I don't know. Because see me, I'm in Nigeria. If I go to the United, I don't know exactly. So he said, okay, that's what you have to start thinking about, because I'll be going back to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I want us to agree on something. He said, how do you see this relationship? How do you see marriage?
Mm-hmm.
I was dumbfounded. I didn't know what
Wow.
to answer. See,
Right.
I wasn't prepared. I
Mm-hmm.
saw somebody that looked handsome on my heart, but I wasn't prepared for all the questions.
Mm.
So I'm like, just give me time. Let me think about it. So with time, as we started talking, I started now thinking more about myself. What do I want to do? What do I want to be?
Mm.
Because, growing up as girls, your parents will teach you, especially your mother, you need to know how to cook. You need to know how to
Yes.
give a home. You need to know how to do this. You need to know how to be a good wife. Good wife is just cooking and cleaning and serving your husband. Just like you said, forgetting that you have a purpose in life. What is that purpose? Who
Mm-hmm.
are you? It just reminds me of that movie, Coming to America, where they groomed this beautiful princess for,
Yes.
Akim. And Akim just wanted a conversation with this lady.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, she has been groomed for him. All she was saying, anything you want, my lord. Anything, no, you're losing, you have a purpose. What do you want as a person? That's what we
Mm-hmm.
miss as young girls in Nigeria growing up. You see? So when we now come to a country that we don't know anything about, we are lost because we don't know where to start. So that's number one thing with communication. Then you learn to you know each other. Another thing is respect.
Yes.
Learn to respect each other no matter what. Do you know how respect comes? When you know each other's do's and don'ts, each other's like and dislike, it helps a lot in a relationship.
Right.
Most men will say, just like my husband will say, food though, you don't have to worry about food. If it is bread that I can get, I'll get bread. Yeah, he knows how to cook, although his food is not too sweet. But, he can handle that part, But he will tell you, respect, please, that's all I want. Respect. Mind the way you talk to me. We
Yes.
women, we know you, we talk a lot. We talk down on our husbands, even in the public and all that. Men don't like that. Just respect. That's the only thing he asked me. I said, I think I can do that.
Right.
And I told him my part. You see? So that respect is very important. Respect your husband. Husbands, respect your wives too. Don't talk down on her. Her opinion matters. Okay. The third part is honesty. Be honest to each other. Be honest, because with honesty comes trust.
Absolutely.
We make this mistake of lying a lot. Oh, okay, I'm going to work. After work, I'll come back home. I'll not do. Then after work, you go somewhere else. From somewhere else, you go to another place without, telling that person, oh, sorry, I'm going to this place or that place. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a story that I heard that broke my heart. This lady, she works in a bank. And okay, the husband knows, okay, she works in a bank. But she never told her husband that bank work warrants that she goes to hotels to see clients.
Wow.
Yeah, because they see clients, bring paperwork to sign and all that. And one day her husband saw her coming out from a hotel. That was the end of the relationship. Her husband said, but you never told me that you told me that you work in the office. What are you doing in a hotel? Well, I brought the paper for this man to sign, my client to sign. He didn't believe her. Okay, this is one story. Another girl that works as a banker, but will tell her husband, see, oh, honey, they're sending us to a hotel, or I have a client there to sign some, check or that. Two different, and the husband knows exactly. And that girl one day was going to the hotel too for the client to sign, another girl altogether. The husband's friend saw her going into the hotel and called her husband. See, I saw your wife going into a hotel. The husband laughed and said, yes, I know, she told me. She has a client that needs to sign a check. See, two different things. That's where
Right.
honesty comes, trust comes in. Very important in a relationship. Be honest. Try not to hide things as much as possible. There are some secrets that you don't want to divulge. That's okay. But little things like this, let your partner know where you are, what you're doing, because people see, people talk,
Right.
And another part is, once you have understanding of each other, you understand each other. Know what works for you. Know what works for you in your relationship. What works for me may not work for you. Don't
Right.
import what is working for another person into your relationship. It may not work for you. And how do you do that? Understanding each other, knowing what you both of you feel comfortable with. I'll give you an example. A man may feel comfortable seeing his wife or girlfriend showing every part of the body, like the boobs hanging, another may not.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For you, if you like showing everything and your boyfriend or husband doesn't like it, it will be a problem. It's
Yeah.
better you go with somebody that likes you strange. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where that understanding comes in, so that you not have any, you will not have problem in the future. Because if you marry somebody that don't feel comfortable you showing everything, the person will not feel comfortable with taking you out.
Mm.
It will become a problem. You feel, oh, he doesn't like showing me off. That's the reason. So we should learn these little subtle things. They are very important. Understand your partner. Understand your partner is very, it takes time, oh, but it is worth it. That's all I have to say. Oh. Thank
Sister
you.
Uju, thank you. Hey, you came to download for us today. Hey, we are truly honored. Thank you for the amazing information that you
No
provided.
problem.
A lot of wisdom behind it. But I just wanted to add that,
Mhm.
um, this is both ways for men and for
Yes.
women.
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
necessarily
Both
apply
ways.
to only the man. The
Mm-mm.
man and the woman both have to understand what works and what doesn't work for them,
Exactly.
because we can't have one-way relationships. I think that where the part of the world we come from, it seems to be a one-way type of relationship where the woman there's a lot of expectation from her and there's less expectation from the man. If you're lucky you to find a man that has this understanding. But on the other end, what happens is the women after a while start becoming resentful because they are the ones doing all the work. You know,
Exactly.
they'll tell you respect. You have to listen to him. Were you patient? Be patient with him. But is he
No.
patient with you? Does he
Exactly.
listen to you?
It's
So
reciprocal.
it, it's reciprocal. Yeah. So this is what we're trying to say. It's
Yeah.
reciprocal. It is not just a
Reciprocal.
one track thing. It's for both parties. In order for us to have fulfilling and healthy relationship, nobody's relationship is perfect. And I thank you very much, Sister Oju, for saying something that I took away from what you said. Don't use somebody else's relationship to judge your own. And people tend to do that. A lot of people tend to do that. You want to go and borrow from outside and want to force it down your own home. It doesn't work because you're dealing with different people, you know. Thank you so much, Sister Oju, for that. That was truly amazing.
You're
In fact,
welcome.
I know what I want to add again. Yeah. My sister Obia Julu Quento in the house. Drum roll in the comment section. Oh. Hey, Obia Julu.
I'm beating the drums now. Brum, 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 brum.
Drum roll, look, we pop champagne. Our
Drum
baby sister
roll.
is alive. With her camera, everything intact. Guru, 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 guru.
I am playing. I'm not just drumming rolling. I'm playing
Oh my
trumpet and saxophone as
Thank
well.
you, baby. I know say
Yes,
your
so
head is here.
Bibi,
yes,
my
so
love.
we dey put the saxophone inside them as well to complement the drumming. No,
Hi,
but,
oh
but
my
all,
yeah.
all
So
that she
good
said,
to see
I
your
mean, I
face.
think it, but
Okay,
then
Juru, now you be it. But yeah, they see like
Nani,
this.
I
So,
wanted exactly, yeah, I wanted you to see me. I said I must come on video. I came back from work. I was so tired. I left
yeah,
the thing on,
sorry.
and then I went to shower, and I came back. I said I don't care. I'll just put the video on. I
You
just
look
came
great.
on.
This your hair, not be
So I
small.
miss.
Oh. I like the colors, though. It's popping.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you,
We've
thank you,
overwhelmed you with love.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm shaving shy now. Oh God,
how you go
I'm
feel
shaving
shy?
shy
Please don't
now.
feel shy, yo.
You don't see the
Hi. I'm
nails.
sh-
Why
Oh,
are
I,
you shying the
those
shy?
nails are pretty,
I'm
man.
shaving
Madam,
shy.
see,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
see
My
the
sister.
hair, see the hair. That hair is crowning
Oh my
glory.
God,
Oh,
oh my
that's what we
It's
call it in the
nails for
United
me.
That's
States.
It's nails
clown.
for me.
It is
The nails are
crowning
giving.
glory.
They're giving.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you. I said I have to show my face today, oh my sister, so that at least I know you, I see you. So anyway, I see you, I know you. Do you
Yeah.
know? I say I'm sure if you see me somewhere, you won't know me. You just know the name. So I said today I have to show my face.
Thank you for
I have to
showing
show
your
my face.
face. Melanin popping.
Oh,
Eh?
Obiageli, now you
Melanin,
go
you
Wow.
are
cause
seeing
work now.
melanin.
How you go do this kind of thing? Say show your face. if I don't show face, now my go they follow me there. How you gonna do this kind of thing?
You have to show your face to BB. You have to show your face. No, you have to show your
because they enter
face.
and see her face. And they wait, make the Oga Julu finish. Make I come to you, BB. Say, what do you make you down?
For where you want to see all those my tribal, that's my email for tribal marks. You
That's not true. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe
my
that.
goodness.
No, that's
All
not true.
those tribal marks, why don't they carry seeds from Nigeria? Come here, take your time.
Leave that thing. We don't get that much. You don't see my own. Where go get. See my own for you now.
Okay, make I try for 1 second. Make I try for 1
See
second.
as you fine.
There you go.
There
you go.
My sister, no,
There
they hide person like that. You know, good. You know,
Oh,
for yeah. My people, how now? Good to see everybody.
Good
I
to
know.
see
I'm
you,
just
see you
waiting
too.
for us. Make we hear your own take on this, on top of this Ogbonge matter.
See, for me,
My dear,
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
it's for
sorry.
Biajulu. Go ahead, Obiajulu. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, we'll come to you very shortly.
For me, honestly, I have been out of the game for a long, long time. So
Okay.
it's just, it's like, it's not as easy as trying to ride a bike, trying to get, but I don't know. I've been out of it for a long time. So
Right.
sometimes it's more like, do I have to? Do I really have to? I have great friends, I have friends and male friends that we're just friends. And I
Right.
enjoy that relationship, like that. So sometimes it's more like, even though sometimes some of them who are brave enough, they tell me, maybe, and then sometimes it spoils the relationship, when somebody comes and tells you something else other than what you want to hear. And
Yeah.
that sometimes, it does spoil the relationship sometimes. And so for me, I'm just here to learn and listen and take tips because I've been out of it for a while now. So I'm
Oh,
just,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's okay.
But
All of us they the same school. At school, all of us they learn.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So I'm just here to learn and take tips, of what to do
Okay.
and what not to do, the do's and the don'ts,
And you
and
don't.
just baby steps. Yeah, just baby steps. And I'm still thinking, do I have to? It's not compulsory. Do I have to? Do I not have to? My life
I
has
mean,
been great. It's
it
been
depends.
fine.
The thing is, it depends on your desire. If it's something you desire,
Yeah,
you don't want to wait till maybe when somebody eventually
too late.
comes, and then you're not sure, you become awkward, you don't know. So you want to kind of hear, keep your mind, and this is what you're doing, which
Yeah,
is exactly what you're
yeah.
doing, keeping your mind
Just
open,
open.
listening, so
Yeah.
that when the person come, you go say, okay, we talk at that time.
That
Ehen,
time, there was something, yeah, something was said.
ehen,
And I think,
exactly.
okay, I see this
Yeah.
flag, I see this. But the thing is that even if I have to me in my head, it's more like among all these my friends, it won't be somebody, I don't think it'll be somebody that is a stranger. You
Yeah,
understand?
it might
Because
be someone that's not a stranger. Usually, when this is the beauty in having friends, because when you have
yeah,
friends, the likelihood of the person coming from amongst your friends is very high, because the person may
that's
also
true.
be observing you and not want to say
Probably.
anything yet until they
Yeah,
feel confident enough and they're sure, and they also know they don't want to ruin the friendship they have with you, so they won't say anything yet, right? So I
yeah,
mean, I
yeah,
really respect that type of person more, to be honest, because that person don't get opportunity to learn you, understand you, so when they're coming to you, they mean what they want, you know what I mean? So yeah,
exactly.
there's no hard and fast rule, there's no yardstick, but not to at least make sure that you're in a relationship that is healthy, that you can thrive in, that they can also thrive in, that's healthy for them. So you're both edifying each other, not trying to
Exactly.
tear each other down, and make one person look like crazy. So hopefully that's what it is, and I'm sure that that's what everyone is going to get as long as you desire it. So absolutely. So in that
Yeah.
case, Obiagulu, it's
Yeah.
beautiful having you. You can stay if you want to. I'm going to go to Bibi so that she can share some wisdom. Bibi came with wisdom
Okay.
and I'm ready, so I'm
Yeah.
ready to hear what you gotta
I have
say.
my
Bibi,
pen and paper here.
come
I
on
have my pen
now.
and paper here. Taking notes.
I'm telling you, I beg bring about Bibi, sister Bibi.
I don't know if you call this wisdom or anything. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you, but your picture is still.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's my earphone. So let me switch it because I was about to step out when I but
Okay.
let me switch it back to what I was using before.
Okay. But we
Is
can
this
hear you
better?
clearly, though.
Is this better?
We can hear you, but your picture is still. That's
I don't
okay.
know this technology where they make person resemble Chris person. So it could be like say I
No,
no go
you don't
school.
resemble this person. No, you look good. You be like a professor with your
Ah,
glasses.
according to my sister-in-law, please look like someone that is chopping my brother's money.
You look like who they to chop your husband money. That's true. I
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
No, but you see, this whole dating thing, I'm not in it anymore. But
Right.
the little that I know or the little I have seen, I have this wonderful friend. She's
Right.
how old is she now? April is I think 65.
Hmm.
A dear friend of mine, and I've known her for quite a while. And I remember there was a time somebody was trying to date her, and she was not into it at all. The guy was an attorney, really giving her all the signals, but she was not. And I asked her, I said, why don't you want to do it? And she said, look, I know myself, and I know that even for me to make me happy is a lot of work.
Hmm.
Why would I want to know that and make somebody else get into it and then turn around and blame that person when
Oh,
I
wow.
know that even for me as a human being, it's hard work? And I was very appreciative of that because she already knows her shortcomings.
Right.
And she said, I don't want anybody to get into it. And then I will turn around and blame that person. The whole world will see that person as a failure when deep down I know that the fault could be mine.
Wow.
Why get into that? And she said, I respectfully told him, this is my situation. This is how I think. And he said, he tried to convince me, but I told him, I have looked at my generation down the line and I do not want to get into it. So let's remain good friends as we are, because for some of us, marriage is not something for us.
Right.
And I appreciated that woman's honesty to the T. Because how many people can own up to that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of people may know that and may not be able to own up to that, but she was able to do that. Now, coming back to me, I had a wonderful mom. She's late now. But my mom always said one thing. You see, when you take two humans, a boy and a girl, not every boy will grow up to be a good gentleman. Not every boy will grow up to be a good father. Not every boy will grow up to be a good male friend. And not every boy will grow up to be a good husband. He said, all of those roles, they are independent. When you marry all of them together and bring it together for a person to try to achieve, it's a very high calling, and not everybody can play that role, all those roles perfectly well. There is going to be lapses. As a woman, look at yourself. I may be a fantastic mom, but not a good wife. I may be a good wife, but not a fantastic mom. I may be a good wife and a fantastic mom, but a horrible friend. I may be a wonderful friend, a fantastic mom, but a horrible wife and a bad neighbor and a bad woman. All of those things you have to harness gently into together. And if you can play that role, all that role well, then you're a perfect human being. Unfortunately, there was only one perfect man on earth, and that was Jesus Christ, and he's no more. Done. The rest of us have to patch things up. You have to understand that, okay, I'm a young girl. I aspire to be a wife. I aspire to be a mom. I aspire to be a nice person. How do I marry them together? And have it in mind that in each of those instances, there is going to be lapses. So when you admit that to yourself as a human, what are you now presenting on the table? 1, 2, don't expect the person coming to you to have more of what you have, because already you are short as a girl, as a woman. And then you now expect the man to come and say, you have to be a fantastic father, a fantastic boy, a husband, a wonderful. You can't, if you could not get it all for yourself as one person, then don't expect the other person to bring it all 100%. It doesn't work that way, because when you bring all of them together like that, you are automatically looking for trouble. You're already digging holes without you even being aware. It is to get into the situation and say, okay, this is where my shortcomings are. Where are your shortcomings? How can we make those shortcomings become not a main point, but something that we can handle? Because truth be told, it will not go away. But you can walk with it. The honeymoon phase, if it is nice enough, it lasts 5 years. After 5 years, oh boy, oh yeah, your shit, your fat they smell. Like which food? Why you go chop beans for 9 p.m. for night? You don't know say tomorrow morning you go to fat anyhow. What's they worry you? Or you decide to wake up in the morning and say you want chop egg. Boss, why you they chop egg for heaven? How you go be for office? Everybody go to smell the fat anyhow. What do they worry you? That is the truth. And like I tell my husband, like me before you love me. Because when you stop loving me, you can accommodate me because you like me. And that's the truth. And when we if we are not honest enough with our individual selves to tell ourselves that, then don't expect somebody else to shower you the praises, because that's not fair on that person. That's asking too much of the person. Give yourself the flowers first. And if you can give yourself roses, even if not 2, don't expect to give yourself 2 roses and expect the other person to bring you a whole garden of orishirishi. If you could give yourself the orishirishi flowers, then give yourself the orishirishi flowers. Don't give yourself 1 flower, then expect the other person to bring a truckload of flowers for you. That's asking for too much. So in essence, meet yourselves halfway. Let's meet halfway. I can bring this in, you can bring this in. How do we make it work? And I think really, like my husband would say, yes, so look, I will wake up in him and say, you can choose. You want peace of mind by the end of the day, or you want pieces of mind? Which one do you want?
Oh my God! Wow.
I will speak you.
He go look me say, hell, Jesus Christ, why? I said, yes, so when you were coming to marry me, you knew how I was, so it's not changing. Don't expect me to change. There's no change coming in this matter right now. So which one do you want? He said, I want peace of mind. I said, okay, bros, let me go. I don't have money. I never have money. And then that's another beautiful thing. Everything in life should be fun. I think that is so important, because when women hold things too seriously, like say we won't go fight for Russia, where they carry us go? Laugh over everything.
Where we don't know.
Laugh over the most silly. Laugh yourself off, so that when somebody is laughing you, it is already funny. You already know what they are laughing at.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean that there won't be problems. But you see, when you already know what you're expecting from yourself, you will expect less from the other person, so that when the other person brings less, you don't feel you're not shocked, you're not wondering what's going on, and you can fill up the lapses because you like that person and because you want more laughter. That's my take on it.
Hey!
So, plenty.
BBNJ, you say not plenty.
Plenty.
make
Yeah.
I remove my hair. Make I see
Abi.
whether I can comb my hair again for you. Yeah, BBMJ.
Wow.
In fact, I'm speechless. No, we
No,
end the
please don't
life.
be, don't be,
No,
don't be,
we
don't
just
be.
end the life on this note.
No, I beg, I beg.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
BBMJ, you don't know what you have just dropped. I'm
Mm.
telling you, I guarantee a lot of us on this life, we not think am the angle where you think am. You see,
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
talk, they say a man can be a good father, may not necessarily be a good husband. A man can be a good husband, may not necessarily be a good father. You cannot find all the good things that you are looking for. You can't find it in one person. You first of all identify which one you good for inside, which one be wetin be your strength, know yourself. So when you dey come the table, you no go expect too much of another person. Need I say more?
No, we all. It's the. I think. I think a lot of times it's something that we all know, but we all refuse to acknowledge. I really think it's something that we all know because a lot of times you know that this man is not the kind of person that you are.
Can somebody put their mic on mute? Is it Femichi or Biadudu? Whichever, who has a, because there's feedback. Okay, I'm not hearing it. BBMJ, you can continue. When you were talking, I
Is it
think,
me?
no, it's not you. You're fine
Okay.
now. Yeah.
So a lot of times, we all know these things. You know when a man does not totally like you or may not totally gel with you, but you say, 78%, he missed out of the mark 78. Yes, so have it in mind that when you get into it, it is not going to be 100% because right from day one, you knew it was 78%. Don't go and expect the 100% after you've entered. If you did not see the 100% before you entered, then don't expect blood to turn into water. Or be water to turn to wine inside the. It's not fair. It's not fair on the person. It's not fair on you. It's not fair on the whole situation. And that's actually been fraudulent. Because if it was like that, then why didn't you fix it all the time, all the while? But you knew, okay. It's like a friend of mine was like, he likes looking, and I said, there's nothing wrong in looking. Oh, the problem is when it becomes looking and touching. Can you
Right.
control it?
Right.
If you cannot control the looking now, is it going to be when it is time to touch that you'll be able to control? So you have to be able to start controlling one first. If you cannot handle the small burning, then when it becomes fire, don't complain because you saw the small burning from the beginning.
Right.
And a lot of times, women, my husband always tells people that cares to listen that, look, if you don't fear anything about a woman, fear a woman's intuition because a woman's intuition never goes wrong. And if they tell you, they have told you. Whether you choose to believe it or not, it's up to you, but respect it. So if woman look you finish and say, oh boy, you no go walk, no, they begin to they speak grammar because waiting that woman don't see, she may not necessarily even recognize it, but she has seen something that will happen in the future, and she's telling you, bros, walk. Because I don't understand it now, but I can assure you it will not work. Let's not even bother. But peer pressure, society pressure, every kind of pressure will make us get into it. And at the end of the day, when it becomes bad, we cry wolf. When we already knew
from the
unconsciously
beginning
that it wasn't going to work.
Right.
So if we are honest with ourselves a lot of times, believe me, so many people, so many wahala go less. But a lot of times let's be honest, women, we paint things too beautifully because we want to be positive.
Right.
But being realistic is a better experiment than thinking of what it will be in being positive. That's my take on it.
Ododoro. Our elder has spoken.
For this old woman. So this our
BBMJ, you can't just break. You know what this reminds me of? I remember when I asked my mom, I said, what did you see about my dad and you chose to marry him? My mom told me there were 3 things she was looking for. 3 things. in the man that she wanted to be with. First of all, she came from a polygamous home. She did not like that experience. She didn't want anything to do with it. So for her, it was somebody who who was not going to be a polygamous man, a man that would be a good father to his children, and a man who was hardworking. Those were the three things my mom looked for. There were people that came for her to marry her. My dad didn't have a dime to his name, but she chose to be with my dad because he had all three. Today, the woman is lucky. She says she's happy that she chose correctly because my dad was a provider.
Mm.
My dad was a great security. You can't try. People, when they know us that time, when we grew up, they fear my papa. Then they come near our house. My dad had a gun. He was a hunter on the side. You don't play anyhow with my family. You do anyhow, you see anyhow. That was my father's motto. I'm
I love
telling you, and he was a great father. He wasn't the best 100% husband, but my dad did not joke around with his family. Children, hardworking. My dad, we had farms now. I grew up on the farm. He didn't have enough money to provide. He go collect farm. Oh yeah, food must dey house. If money not plenty, food must dey. Children must chop. When I sit down, I think that matter one day. I say, you know what? You really need to know yourself. What this old woman has taught me is know yourself, know what you want. If you know what you want, you don't have to have it all. I say only three things. Three. Oh, wait, what happened to BBMG? Maybe her connection. Only three things. Now the woman take marry my papa. Wetin come be another, so sometimes we are looking for, tall, dark and handsome, he must be wealthy, he must be well mannered, he must come from good home, he must this. He can't be 100%. You have to look at what is important to you. Person wey go let you drink water drop cup. Peace of mind is very important, right? So it just reminded me of what BBMJ just laid bare for us, to be honest. What BBMJ just laid bare for us is exactly what it reminds me of what my mom's response was. And I think we can learn from all of that, all of us on this life. If you know who you are, if you know what you want, you shouldn't be looking for, it's not all about the exterior. I mean, in the exterior, yeah, it's not about the exterior, it's about inside and what you want and what will give you, for me, peace of mind is number one. Soft life, peace of mind, right? Soft life doesn't necessarily mean the man has to have all the money in the world. I make my own money, I'm okay, right? But peace of mind to be able to shine and fulfill your purpose. And whatever two important things are, if I want children, for instance, a good father, someone who can provide for his children, right? If I also want to consider another thing, I'll say, okay, somebody who understands the value of family or whatever else it is that you want to name, you have to be realistic. Thank you so much, BBNG, for driving it home. You be like, say, you just take all the words from everybody, all of us. You just collect her, gather the thing, put them together, do like this. Bah, this is what you are trying to say. Hey! I can't thank you enough. I am sure everybody on this panel, Temiti or Biajulu, they are waiting to say their own. So let me keep quiet and let them tell you what their feedback is about what
All
you
right.
said.
Let me just quickly chip in before I run off.
Uh-huh.
BBMJ, are you please focus on your driving, please, my lovely. I beg no one makes you they talk while she they drive.
I beg, no vex, so no vex, so
It's
I
all
am
right.
on the road right now, so please.
So no, it's all right. We wouldn't
Well,
distract you. You don't necessarily have
thank
to
you,
say.
thank you. Omoya, you are a powerhouse. You are a walking library. Nobody supposed to try you. Anybody may try you, I beg, just show the person to me. I know how to do things to the person.
After you, oh, BBMJ, now I be after you, oh. Hey, I beg go.
Now, so
Yeah.
one time, person find my picking trouble for school. Now I tell her, say, have you heard of what is called African juju? My dear, I will show it to you in the afternoon, broad daylight. Don't try me. Anyway, try you. I showed you first better. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, my friend. Thank you. I'm gonna be listening on the sideline.
Okay, they say make you join, make you add, make you start channel. They go subscribe. The knowledge when you drop there.
Hero, if I try the channel, the war when they happen for Ukraine, that's small, it go happen. My own, now battle of everywhere I go to fight.
We want the fight. Bring the fight. We want it.
I beg, make we finish Ukraine fight first. Let me finish that one ahead. Then come finish the one for Abuja. We go fit try that after.
Thank you so much, BBMG. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the
Thank you.
wisdom.
Thanks,
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, Uju. My fine Uju with the crown.
I
Thank you.
know.
See the beautiful melanin. Who want to try you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Oh, bye.
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 Oh my God, that was amazing. That was a mic drop. Oh. I don't even know what else to
Oh
say.
my
To be
God.
honest. At this
She
point, I
finished
think we
it.
can wrap it up. Eh?
She finished it. Yeah.
Free knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said it all.
What she,
Anything
she did.
what
Yeah.
everybody should take away from this is find out the most important things that you want in life. Hold on to those things. Not anything external.
Obia, I've muted my mic for a while and it still keeps giving that echo, so I'm not too sure whether it's you. I'm going to mute now and let's see how it goes.
Okay, I think it's fine now. Okay, I think it's fine now.
Oh, yeah,
So, Timmy T, I'm hearing you now.
yeah, you can. All right. Ah, man, BBMJ just like she broke tables, she broke everything down. You know, I just wanted to chip in just something, just because
Mhm.
for people that have maybe been through abusive relationships, have met abusive men,
Right.
like for me, I've been, I've had, both worlds. My father was an abusive dad, and so I know sometimes if you've always had, those kind of men as partners, you might not really relate exactly to what BBNJ is saying, and you at some point that, oh, these people are not feeling my pain. You know what I did when I was, because initially I also said no, I'm not going to get married. Yeah, so please, my ladies, just keep an open mind, right? You give out positive energy. When people like, people that have good relationships speak and talk about their experiences, don't be defensive. Just absorb all of that. Trust me, by the time the good guy comes around, you will be ripe, ready to accept all of that love. And then you also will be ready to work with that person. Yeah. So I had that good, I was just like, no, I know there are good guys out there. I don't want to believe that everybody's like this. Do you understand? So yeah, so when there was this classmate that I had, oh, she's got lovely family, I used to just envy her, like, her dad would come and visit her at school. You could see the that nexus within them, that tight love and all that, parents, everybody. So I always longed for something like that. Despite the fact that I've been through side, I still kept that open mind and also learned from them. So you don't come and say, oh, this one you don't even you don't know how they go through, you get luck now because no, don't, let's be like that. Yeah. So let's just say, okay, yeah, there are good people, there are good relationships, and you have to be ready for that good relationship. So yeah, so all of that, the BBMJ is saying clearly, if you've got a good brother, got a good guy, of course, no one is perfect. That's what she was all saying. I just wanted to balance that narrative, because if you're coming from that other side of very, abusive men, everybody, yeah, you might not relate, yeah, but I just wanted I was lucky, but of course I also had to have that open mind. So if I was just that very aggressive person, say, oh man, are they say shy, there's this, yeah, so he wouldn't have found me, and I'd be like, this one seems like a damaged person,
Yeah.
you get. So I just wanted to say that. But lovely information on here.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Timothy, for
for us that
that
have
angle.
relationships,
Thank you for
it's
considering that angle.
healthy.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about it. So you see why it's good to have diverse people talking, because you can't think, one person cannot think about all the angles. See, I would not have thought to even speak to that, but thank you for that take on that
Yeah.
aspect, from that
You're
angle. I really
welcome. You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
And
Thank
don't worry,
you
we're
so
waiting for our
much for
village
joining my life and
meeting.
keeping the
Yes.
flow for
And
me. Thank you
you're
so much.
welcome.
I love you, you know now. You
Yeah, love you,
know.
my sis. Yes, too. Oh, my, yes, God.
Love you, love you, love you. I will see
Love you,
you
dear
very
sister.
soon.
Sure, sure.
Very
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. It's
All
night
right,
here
guys.
already
I'm
in
going to be
UK.
bringing this to a
Good
close.
night.
We don't do 3 hours. Vico, a girl is hungry. A girl has not eaten. It's 19. So, Biagulu, let's get your final take on this
So
that starting moment that you and I just experienced.
I know, I've been taking notes here for myself. Yeah, the only thing I wanted to add to what Timothy said is that in terms of somebody who has been in a relationship that didn't work out, it's always good to give yourself time to heal. Do you understand? Give your yourself space and time, to actually heal and just be whole before you venture going into another one again. That's just, because you tend to find sometimes when you come into relationships, or somebody who is coming into relationship with you with baggages, sometimes you're wondering what is wrong with this person, but the person
Mm-hmm.
is coming with something that is been the way the person has been treated from somewhere else. Do you understand? So the person is bringing it into that, and you keep saying it wasn't me. This was something you're making me pay for somebody else's sin.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just the only thing I wanted to add to that. Other than that, it was just superb and perfect. You know,
Yeah, it
what I
was.
heard
I
today, yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed this. I have nothing else to say after that. How do I come back from that? No,
To-
that was it. He put it all together in
yeah,
a basket,
yeah,
tried to put a bow all over it, and neatly
exactly,
delivered. I can't say anymore. Thank you very much,
exactly.
Obiageli. Thanks for showing your face. Show your face more so that they will
I
see your face. All you people in the chat section that you people will call, you show your face. Other Obiajulu number 1, Obiajulu O. Show your face. All of you be showing your faces from now on. I'm warning. Thank
it's
you
more
so
fun on
much,
the chat.
Obiajulu. Eh?
It's a lot more fun on the chat. It's a lot more fun
I
on the
know.
chat. The chat is a lot
I
more
know. People are even having conversation among themselves in the chat. So I
yeah,
know. I've
yeah,
been a
yeah.
chatter. So I know. Thank you so much, Obiajulu.
Oh,
Thank you all so
thank you
much.
for having us. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I will send out the invite for our village meeting before the end of
Yes,
the day today. And then I'm
I
not
can't
wearing
wait.
white and red with you people. Some people say it's
No,
Babalawo color. So you should choose another
it is.
color.
Yeah,
You should choose another
it
color.
is.
I beg.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I can't
All
wait. I've
right
been looking
then.
forward to the August meeting. So I
Yes,
can't wait for
yes,
the
exactly.
yeah.
So we'll see you again. Thank you very much. I'll see
Okay.
you guys soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. So thank you so much all for joining. I appreciate you guys for being here with me today. I have been fed. My soul is full. I have learned so much. All the wisdom that has been dropped. Hey, me myself, I go play this one. I go play am again. Make I listen. Make I for take my own notes because the knowledge no be here at all. Thank you very much, Celine. Thank you very much, Mirabel. I appreciate you guys. I will certainly set up the village meeting invite. I'll send it out today. OJ Moa, thank you very much. Mysticify, thank you. Uju, Sister Uju, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your contribution. Abeg, una teach me today. Now, una teach me today. I know now learn, I can't learn today. I really appreciate it. BBMJ, hey, Babao, Twale, BBMJ. See my hand for up for you. Yeah, hey, Timber and Caliber people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Mirabelle, Jeannie's daughter, I think she's gone. Marriott, feel well, oh. Please feel well. Next time we get on live, I beg. I want to see you just to make sure you're okay. Everyone, thank you so much. Celine, our bourgeoisie, bourgeois. Angie, Joseph, Florence. Thank you, Sister Florence. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In case I miss anyone, Abemona no vessel. I love you all. I appreciate your time. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me. I will see you again shortly. Bye.